can still smell it. Mark Nash, Michael Gross, the boss. My nigga, my brother. Let's get this done, Mike. We all love sports, right? Mike Ross, the boss, this is Mike on sports. He smoke competition, same time smoke a port. When it comes to debating, he's one of the greatest. Put him on the A-list, over Kellerman and Bayless. If you missed the show, couldn't make it, just log on and click the playlist. That boy always working, not to be played with. Hit subscribe and the bell for the latest. Mike Cross the boss, Mike on sports. Right there from first bell, tip up and coin toss. Mike Cross the boss, Mike on sports. He call it how he see it, either you won or you lost. Big games, big fights, rolling dubs up. You like the content, hater, click the thumbs up. Cashapp, super chat, go all in. But do your research first before you call in.
Been waiting on. And yes, I am back. I am back. I am back. I am back. Yo, 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 yo. What up? What up? What up? What up, people? Welcome back to another edition of Mike on Sports. I am your host. I go by the name of Mike Gross, man. Big ups to that motherfucking 501 and that 317. Y'all know how I get down, baby. Little Rock, Indianapolis, we back, and I'm here, and I'm in the motherfucking building. Yeah, sir. How y'all feeling today, baby? Postman was good. Derek Lincoln, Brandon Core Williams, LV Slugger, CYP. What up, partner? How y'all niggas out there doing today, man? How y'all niggas and Caucasians out there doing today, man? Hopefully everybody doing all right. Shout out to my goddamn Mexicano, goddamn me brothers out there. Shout out to my Mexicano brothers out there. And speaking of Mexicano brothers, you know what I'm saying? CYP, what's good, my brother? I know you don't like my topic, but goddamn it, we ain't gonna CYP. I got news for you. Me and you, even though we think alike, you know what I'm saying? We feel certain ways. We ain't gonna agree on everything. And I seen your ass on IG trying to be a model and shit, nigga. I seen you trying to be a model and shit out there. I don't know where you was at, but you had a lot of beautiful women around you, man. So whatever you doing, CYP, my brother, keep doing it. I love seeing you grow. I love seeing you help the youth. I love seeing you help these athletes get to college, brother. So just keep on doing what you're doing, my brother. And this boxing, we ain't gonna agree on everything, but we still can have love for each other. Now, before we get to the topic at hand, y'all see the thumbnail. Y'all know what we talking about today. I want to get to the pound for pound king. And at this moment, I'm not talking about Terence Crawford. We got to go out to Canelo. This is what Canelo had to say to Brian Castano after he thought he won the victory. And I'm gonna give you a translation. I'm gonna translate to you.
Con la familia y nada, es un placer, loco, tu llamada.
Castaño, déjate decir una cosa, para mí ganaste.
Muchas gracias.
Como estaba ahí, dieron empate, para mí ganaste, cabrón, qué gran pelea, te felicito.
Muchas gracias, hermano. La verdad que le echamos porra, echamos por puro para adelante, vos sabés cómo es esto. Tratamos de dejar todo, vos sabés cómo es. Al primer nivel.
Now, it's funny to me that Charlo, Jermell, that is, can give Canelo all this praise. Oh, he's the best fighter in the world. Can nobody beat him right now? Canelo's the man. Y'all know how Jermell was when he was talking about Canelo. Y'all know how he was. But this is what Canelo had to say to Brian Castano in the audio clip that I just played. He says, for me, you won, but it's a bad thing that they tied. I congratulate you. Motherfucker, what a great fight you gave. You really did it very well. Well, the words from Canelo to Brian Castano. So not only do Canelo think he won, I mean, you know what? I'm trying to paint the picture for y'all. And I feel like I got to do a better job with my paintbrush. I feel like I got to do a better job with my paintbrush. We going out to Twitter. I know Twitter, man. My Twitter go crazy sometimes, man. I'm out here Twitter. I CYP. I'm not Latino. I'm Mexican. I thought Castano did enough to win. I had it like 7-5, 8-4, maybe 8-4. Maybe one of the swing rounds that I gave Castano, you could have gave to Charlo. But honestly, I'm not sitting here saying Charlo won by any stretch of the imagination. That's what I'm not gonna do. I don't think Charlo won. I think Charlo was lucky to get a draw. I thought Charlo was lucky to get a draw, man. Real shit. I thought he was lucky to get a draw. I mean, it's a lot of people out there who feel, and you ain't calling Castano though. I did pick Castano. And if anybody on my channel going into the fight, but before they even fought, before they even put the paws down, I picked Castano going into the fight. My paper CYP is right here. And right there. You see where it say me at? You see where it say me at? Yeah. What they say with it? What they say with it? Me and who? Castano. That's who I picked going into the fight. I ain't one of these niggas that play got to me Monday morning quarterback. I knew what it was going into the fight. I knew that Castano could possibly outbox Jermell, like I've seen Jermell outbox many times before. I forgot the Hulk son name, the young Jackson nigga. He outboxed goddamn me Charlo. Tony Harrison in both fights. Until his jaw gave out, until his gas tank gave out, he was outboxing Charlo in both fights. So I knew going into the fight with Castano that was an option. And I remember. And what made me pick Castano, I'm going to tell you guys right now, and maybe you guys will get on my training, you know what I'm saying, do my thinking process. What made me pick Castano? I said, God damn. How you go out there and outbox a Cuban? How you go out there and make Laura not look like Laura? He went out there and he damn near outboxed a Cuban. Even though he got a draw, you got to know it. Laura is one of Heyman's guys. I don't think that draw with Laura was a draw. I thought he won that fight. I don't think that the damn draw with Charlo was a draw. I thought he won that fight. Simple and plain. I mean, I can't call that nigga. I don't speak Spanish, man. I don't speak Spanish. I don't speak Spanish. I don't nigga no hablo español. Yeah, I don't speak none of that shit, so I can't call him. But I can pick him though. And CYP, I'm gonna be real with you, my nigga. I'm gonna be all the way real with you. I'm gonna be 150 with you, CYP. You can't say you gonna smoke my nigga and you think I'm a ride with you. I'm gonna still watch your fights. I'm gonna still support you by watching your fights. But you ain't finna sit here and say you gonna smoke my nigga Deontay Wilder and you think niggas gonna ride with you still? Oh, you was talking tough. You gonna smoke Wilder, but you couldn't smoke Castano. I'm just being real with you, man. I'm just being real with you, man. 7, 8 rounds, hell. You see Sergio Moore. You see what Sergio Moore said. I ain't got to repeat it. Sergio talked to him. I ain't got to repeat it. You see what Sergio. Mike Commenter says that was a gift at best and a robbery at worst. Brian Castano won that fight. Close, wide, however you had it. Jermell Charlo is a tremendous fighter, but this wasn't his night. Hey, maybe it wasn't his night. Maybe it wasn't his night. Maybe it wasn't his night. Oh, look, Castano nigga catching him with some shit. I can't play that. Look at Nelson Vasquez. 117, 111. So you telling me Charlo won 9 rounds? That nigga need to be fired. He should be fired. He needs to be fired. Roller, man, fuck Roller. Hold on. Oh, don't bang. Don't buckle him. Don't buckle him, Castano. Bang, 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 bang. Oh, what he doing? What he stumbling back for? Don't do him like that, Castano. Don't do him like that, Castano. Yeah. Talking all that shit. You talking that big boy talk, man, but shit, I don't know if you a big boy or not. I don't know. And the reason why we're here right now, right? The reason why we're here right now, because I got to pose a question. I got to pose the question, right? I got to pose the question, man. I got to pose the question to the people out there. And you know what? Before I pose the question, we got some audio that I want to play. From one of Charlo's previous opponents. Somebody who actually shared the ring with Jermell Charlo on more than one occasion. Let's go out to him.
No, I don't. I think Terence Crawford got everything. Terence Crawford got all the tools, man. He's just a phenomenal fighter. If when you pick and like when you're a boxer, you got to be a student too. So when you're a student and you look at the fight with me and Charlo, then you see how much I pushed him back. You see that he's not that dominant guy that you are seen or heard from or presented to tell yourself he is. You know what I mean? And Crawford seen that. Seen that. Oh man, this guy ain't really what they think he is. The world think he is. He's not physically that strong. He's been pushed back the whole fight. And as far as boxing skills from the outside, he won't beat Crawford. So I think that's a good fight for Crawford.
Tony Harrison. One thing about Tony, right? One thing about Tony, man. Tony is a student of the fucking game. Tony. One, you can say he's an underachiever. He's not that great. Mike, I don't know why you went to his audio. Oh, yo, my bad. So Derek Lincoln on the Cash App. Big ups to my guy Derek Lincoln on the Cash App, man. Thank you, brother. I appreciate it. Now, the reason why I brought up that audio is you guys see what I see, right? You guys see that Charlo has the ability. And you know what? I'm gonna open up the panel. I'm gonna open up the panel. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna open up the panel for anybody who want to come on and give me your opinion about this whole Charlo and Crawford fight if it happens. Now, the reason why I played that Tony Harrison audio, and let me play it again just for, you know what I'm saying, for goddamn me Pete's sake. I feel everything Tony Harrison stated in that audio is true. Charlo has this aura around him as being this knockout, one-shot kind of puncher. He knock niggas out. He does this, but he also tends to get outboxed a lot. He was outboxed by Jackson. Jackson got knocked out. Outboxed by Harrison in the first fight. Harrison won that fight. Outboxed by Harrison in the second fight, but Harrison got clipped in his gas tank, and he started doing a little bit too much bravado in the ring. One thing about Terence Crawford. One thing about Terence, he not gonna play around with his food like Tony Harrison did. Crawford, and we all know, like let's not forget, let's not make it seem like Crawford is pulling all of this shit out of thin air. Let's not forget what really happened between these guys, Charlo and Terence Crawford. This is back on April 14, 2020. You know what it is. I'm going to let you make it. I think you had a cool fight, but don't bite off more than you can chew. Lines only different. And honestly, I personally believe you cannot fuck with EJ. Keep my name out your mouth. That's what Crawford told Charlo. Keep my name out your fucking mouth. And Charlo said it's a cool fight, but honestly, I don't think Charlo can fuck with EJ. And we just being real. And we just gonna keep it a buck. He's saying Bud can't fuck with EJ, which I don't believe that, but shit, I don't think Jermell can fuck with EJ. That's just my opinion. That's just my opinion. And y'all know Bud do what Bud do. We all know what Bud do. You too shall see. But don't make me show you who the real king of the jungle is. Because it ain't no lying, but care on, like I said, keep my name out your mouth. Because when you see me, it's what's up this and what's up that. Stop faking for attention. Damn, he said, nigga, when you see me, you want pictures and shit. You want goddamn me be all friendly and shit. You want to be all friendly and shit. He trying to be all friendly. Let's get to it, man. Let's get to it. Jermell Charlo versus Terence Crawford. Who wins? 41 people in my chat right now. I need 42 people in my chat. If you're watching me on Twitch, if you're watching me on Twitter or YouTube, I need your opinion. I need your opinion right now. Who wins this fight? Charlo, I want a J for Jermell or a T for Terence Crawford. Who wins this fight? Don't be bashful. Oh, don't be bashful, y'all. Give me your honest opinion. Who y'all got? There we go. There we go. There we go. Oh, there we go. Let the world know how y'all feel. Oh, he got Jermell. Okay, Mr. Gilliard. Okay, Mr. Gilliard. Yes, sir. I think people bud. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Talk to me. Let the people know. Honestly, my dog. Honestly, looking at this fight, man, I'm gonna go ahead and open up the phone lines because I want to know why you guys are going the route you're going. For everybody who picked Terence Crawford, I want to know why. For everybody who picked Jermell, I want to know why. It's simple for me. It's simple for me. Once you break down boxing in its purest form, who has the better movement? Who has the better ring IQ? Who is the better boxer? The only thing that people are worried about with Bud in this fight is Jermell's Charlo size. I haven't heard anybody that say, "Oh, Mel gonna go out there and box Crawford head off," "Oh, Mel gonna do this," or "Mel gonna do that." The only thing people are worried about Jermell is his size. New money, give me 1 second. New money. I'm a new money. I got your call, buddy. I got your call. Give me 1 second, all right? Matter of fact, new money. I need you to call back in. Call back in, new money. Call new money if you hear my voice. Call back in. My apologies. I didn't have the Skype set up. I did not have the Skype open. No way. I'm gonna call you back. I'm gonna call you back, new money. I'm gonna call you back, new money. Money on top of motherfucking money. What's good, homie?
Yeah.
How you living, brother?
What's the business, bro? Long time, man.
Long time, man. I thought you got to me. I thought you was boycotting Mike on Sports.
Never ever the case, bro. I'm here. Even though if you don't see me, I'm still listening in, bro.
I appreciate new money. Before we get to the Terence Crawford and Jermell part of the show, just give me your reaction to the fight that happened this past weekend with Jermell and Brian Castano. Did you think that the draw was warranted, or did you have somebody else winning?
So I actually bet on this fight. I had a double with Rolly Romero and Charlo to win, right? I put 1,500 on that. But obviously, I rate Castano as a boxer. And I knew that he could probably give Charlo some problems. But I just thought, like, in the later rounds, Charlo's power would have paid dividends. And I thought probably it would have worn him down. But I don't know why Charlo was being so tentative in the whole fight, man. It's like he was getting backed up. He had the fight under control until like the third round, and he backed up on the ropes, and then he got hurt, and then that gave Castano confidence. And then it's like after that, it was an uphill struggle for Charlo. It's kind of clear that he can't really manage pressure, man. Like he's not a superstar. He's a good fighter. He's not elite though, because if he was an elite fighter, he's in his hometown. He's got the whole crowd rocking with him. Everyone's out there for him. He's more stronger. He's more taller. He's more bigger. He's more powerful. He's the better athlete. He's got the faster footwork. Brian Castano, I got him down as the better boxer, but all of them advantages, and you still couldn't win. You even got the judges on your side. You still can't win.
For me,
that's terrible.
For me, that superstar, like to take that superstar leap, You had to win that fight. Look at
Had
Usyk.
to.
Look at Usyk, what he did against Bradis. He beat Bradis, became undisputed. Clarissa Shields became undisputed. Josh Taylor became undisputed. Teofimo Lopez became undisputed. Crawford became undisputed. Those guys went out there and beat the other champion. If you are as good as Charlo thinks he is, and as the world and PPC is trying to push him to be, he should have won that fight this past weekend. I agree with you.
100%. Everything, literally, near enough, everything was in his favor. Castano was up against it. Remember, he's fighting out of his country.
Yep.
He's fighting in another man's backyard.
Yep.
And he still got a draw. So that goes to show you kind of where the fight kind of swung. I had the fight probably 7-5 Castano. You could argue a draw 6-6. I mean, yeah, man. To be honest, I always knew the little Charlo. He wasn't that great of a fighter as everyone made him out. His bigger brother, he's really the truth.
To me,
I know.
And that's what I've been saying. Like people wanna give Jamal a hard time because he didn't want to get the Benavidez fight, and I get that, and I don't give him a pass for that. But I do rate the bigger Jermell more so than I rate Jermell. I think Jermell was just a beneficiary of his division and his circumstance. All those belts at 154 were on his side of town. The only one that wasn't was the WBO, and that Brian Castano went and got. Everything else was on his side and was tailor-made for him. His brother ain't had that same luxury.
100%. Listen, his brother can really, really box, bro.
Yes.
His brother can really. His brother's got a high IQ. His IQ is not that high. Mike, all he needed to do was double up the jab. That would have created more opportunities, and it would have held him in the center of the ring. All he needed to do was hold the center of the ring. For whatever reason, he didn't feel confident. He kept on backing up.
I know what the reason was. I know for whatever reason. It's the man in front of him. It's the man in front of him. The man in front of him made him fight different. The man in front of him took that aggression that he normally had in the Harrison fight, that he had in the Cota fight, that he had in the Austin Trout fight. He didn't have that same aggression against Brian Castano. And it's one reason and one reason only. You got to look to the opponent. Brian Castano clipped him in the second round. And from that point on, he didn't want to get no firefight with him, even though he had him hurt in the third round, in the ninth round. He couldn't get him out of there. And if you're gonna be a superstar, if you want to be on a pound for pound list like Canelo, Inoue, Crawford, when those guys get people hurt, they get them the fuck out of there. That's what I'm trying to say, Mike. It did it. Listen, I had a bet on him, right? So all he needed to do was win the fight. But obviously, I hedged my bet because I knew Castano could really fight, yeah? So I thought, all right, let me just put on a draw just to safety my bet, right? Uh-huh. So you bet the draw?
Yeah, I bet the draw.
Oh, shit. Money on top of motherfucking money, man.
Listen, everyone's going crazy for that, saying, how did you predict that? But I just bet safe anyway, because if I'm betting big money, I'm thinking, look, I rate Castano as a boxer in general. I know people didn't give him the opportunity or the chance, but I have him down as the better boxer than Charlo anyway.
That's why I picked him going into the fight. I've seen Harrison outbox him. I've seen John Jackson outbox him. And CYP, you next up, brother. I'm gonna take your call soon as me and New Money get done talking. But that's what I picked, Brian Castano. I'm like, and I fucked up. I know everybody could give me a hard time. Mike, you picked Teixeira to beat Brian Castano, but that wasn't really my fault. There was a caller coming in and really influenced me to pick Teixeira. But once I seen Brian do what he was able to do against a seasoned Cuban boxer in Aries Lundy Lara, I knew nobody in the division outbox that young man. Nobody. You won't find a better pure boxer at 154 than Aries Lundy Lara. And what Brian Castano was able to do, he got a draw, but we all know Lara is hanging the guy. He really won that fight.
Listen, Castano is nasty. His inside work is different, bro. It's different. And the thing is, Charlo's got no inside work. So I knew that was definitely going to be an uphill little struggle for Charlo if he managed to get on the inside. But yeah, man, I just think Charlo, it was there for him to be won. And the thing is, I think the way how he went about his interview and everything, I think he kind of knew he got a gift. Because if you think about it, he was kind of happy. Who's happy with an undisputed fight that ends up a draw in their hometown? Who the hell's happy with that?
My guy knew money. His belt stayed with him. Come on, let's keep it a buck. Anytime your trainer is in the corner telling you, "Hey, bro, we need a knockout," what does that translate to you? Man, we losing this fight. Ain't no way we can come back and win. He ain't say we need a knockdown. He said we need a knockout. Ain't no way we can come back when Derrick James was keeping it a buck. We need a knockout. And for him to be, I mean, in good spirits, I don't blame him for being in good spirits because he gets to keep his belts and he made a lot of money and he possibly got a rematch with Brian Castano. But I'm like you. I'm kind of looking like Brian Castano in the post-fight interview. He upset. He feel like he got robbed. His translator like, man, Brian not happy with his outcome.
All right, Mike, look at this. He hurt him badly. Look, Brian Castano was kind of lucky to even get out of the 10th. Yeah? Mm-hmm. Why did he go into the 11th and he was moving so soft? I don't understand.
I'm gonna tell you why. After he hurt Brian Castano in that 19th round or whatever round it was, the motherfucker missed 6 punches in a row. He missed, like me and Javier, my partner, went back and watched the replay. He missed 6 punches in a row. And you know, like I know watching boxing, the punches you miss take more out of you than the punches that you land.
Yeah.
Last question on this, and I want to get to the Terence Crawford and Jermell Charlo. I want your prediction if the fight happens. If they do a immediate rematch, who do you have as the favorite going in, and who do you think will win the fight?
The favorite. Well, I think the bookies will slightly favor Charlo.
I think so
slightly.
Too. I think so too.
Just slightly. I think Charlo will understand what he needs to do in the second one. I think he's not too good with coping with pressure because it was in his hometown. He's got his girl there. He's got his whole family there. Everyone's rooting for him. I think maybe that might have played a difference, and it made him gun shy. I think all he needs to do really is double up the jab. I think the right hand will be there after that. Control the center of the ring. He wins the fight. When Castano was backed up, he didn't really have much like going fighting on the back foot. But once he comes forward, the train's different to stop, man.
And honestly, man, real quick, just a PSA for everybody out there listening. Smash that thumbs up button. Tell a friend to tell a friend about Mike on Sports. And honestly, y'all, I don't want to hear about no more UK judging. I don't want to hear about judging is bad as a whole in boxing. No matter what country you're in, no matter where you at, no matter where you're at on the fucking map and on this globe. Boxing has a problem with bad judging. I don't know if these judges are just incompetent or they taking money from the promoter or the team or whatever to make sure that guy does not lose. But we have a issue in the sport of boxing with these judges, and it's not just the Castano card. It's weekend after weekend after weekend after weekend. We see judges and we see goddamn cards that make us raise our motherfucking eye and like, what the fuck happened? Real quick, new money. Let me get to the super chat. Got one coming in from LV Slugger. He says, I said 154 Jermell will have stopped Castano. Jermell does a good job with attacking the body, and he is good with exchanging blows. Maul needs to unify. I agree, man. I think that Jermell at 154 was a fucking beast. Like, that guy was nasty. Smart money. Terence Crawford.
New money.
I mean, my bad. New money. Terence Crawford came out, was critical of Jermell Charlo, and we know they got it.
So we should be, because let's be fair about things now. He's talking about pound for pound, and he's angry, and he's got attitude, and he's aggressive to reporters about why he's not in the pound for pound. Pound for pound guys go out and put on a performance and go home and bring home all of the belts in their hometown. That's what pound for pound fighters do.
So you saying Jermell is not pound for pound?
I mean,
I got him number 9.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of names before him, put it that way. I mean, when I talk pound for pound, I kind of mean from like 5. You're nowhere near that 5. You're not even close.
Gotcha.
You're not even close.
So, fantasy matchup. Who you got winning? Jermell Charlo or Terence Crawford, and why?
All right, before I answer this question, do you think it's realistic that this fight can happen?
I mean, yeah. I mean, anything. I mean, come after October, Terence Crawford gonna be a free agent, and I'm sure that the WBO and Castano gonna want to do an immediate rematch with Maul. So we might get that before the end of the year, maybe sometime in December. And Charlo normally fight in December. So if Terence Crawford holds on to his WBO title, he'll be like a 3 or 4 time defense, and that makes him like a super champion of the WBO, and that gives him the ability to move up and call for that fight if he wants it. And it pretty much, honestly, is all on Terence Crawford if he wants to fight. It's really not on Jermell Charlo. It's on Terence Crawford. If Charlo is able to beat Brian Castano, and that's a big if, I know, but if Castano wins, then you might see Charlo Crawford versus Castano. But he has the ability, being in the WBO, to move up and get that title. And we all know that Errol Spence might be fighting Ugas for that WBA super belt, you know what I'm saying, after he fights Manny Pacquiao. So that Crawford and Earl fight might be even more prolonged. So if that's the case, I think for Crawford, if he wants to maximize his marketability in the Earl Spence fight, if that fight ever comes to fruition, that's the route that he needs to go. And let's be honest, beating up on your nemesis, what's the fucking term I'm looking for? Your nemesis, stablemate. Beating up on your fucking nemesis, stablemate. That could make for a intriguing matchup. Oh, I already beat one of you, Derrick James fighter. I'll beat another one. You know what I'm saying? So, no.
Yeah, that would be some funny shit. I'm not gonna lie. Did you see Errol Spence's interview after the fight, man?
No, I didn't watch it yet, man. I didn't watch it yet.
I think he didn't say a lot, but he said a lot. Put it that way.
Mm-hmm.
He looked like he did. He you know, it's his man's and that. And he ain't really trying to put a foot in it, but he did not respect that performance at all.
You dodging the question, New Money. Who wins?
So, I will have Crawford winning if I had to say a name, just because he's the superior boxer, faster, higher IQ. But listen, if Charlo lands, bro, God knows what happens. God knows what happens.
I mean, has Bud ever been knocked out?
Nah, but
somebody got to do it then.
Kavaliauskas looked like he hurt him for a second and he was down for that. I know he didn't get counted, but shit.
The worst thing,
looked like he was hurt for a second, bro.
The worst thing Charlo could do is hurt Bud and not get him out of there. That's gonna piss Bud off. Yeah,
that's true. That's true.
Bud remind me of fucking Michael Jordan, and I know y'all like Michael Jordan. Like he's a worldwide now in the sense of that anytime Michael Jordan was on the court, right, and a motherfucker started chirping at him, he went for their motherfucking neck. He went for their fucking neck, and that's what Bud reminds me of, man. Like anytime you heard him, Kavaliauskas, Gamboa, whoever else it was. And he starts to beat the shit out you, man. Like, man, hold on, bro. They know better. But New Money,
but Mike, just one more thing. You got to remember, Terence Crawford has come up for 135, bro.
I know where it's coming from.
Yeah, exactly. If he lands properly, It could be a big problem.
But you ain't never seen Bud at 154. You don't know how he gonna look. You don't know if he gonna get stronger. I mean, like if the past has shown us anything, Bud gets stronger in every division he goes up. Every one. 140 stronger. 147 killer dudes. 154 he might be even stronger. And if Bud can start Charlo, now I'm gonna tell you one thing right now. He ain't gonna stop Charlo with over one punch. Now it won't be that. It's gonna be an accumulation of accurate shots and Charlo getting outboxed. We seen Charlo get hit too much by boxers whose skills aren't on the level of Terence Crawford. The only guy that I think skill set can maybe rival Crawford is Tony Harrison. Tony Harrison is a very, very skilled boxer. Just don't have the gas tank. Don't have the gas tank and don't have the chin.
Yeah, you're right. But at the same time, if Crawford takes just like a fantasy fight, if Crawford does beat Charlo, right? Then where does that leave everyone? Because it's like there's 2 undisputeds outstanding, and it's like, what do they do? A fight at 47?
You do a fight you do a fight at 47, so all 8 belts can be on the line.
Okay.
You do a fight at 47, so all 8 belts can be on the motherfucking line. That's what you do. If you really want to do something that ain't nobody ever done, that's what you do. Because Buck can make 47, so can Earl.
Yeah.
And long as you come under the 154-pound limit, you can put those belts up.
But then if Terence Crawford loses, then it ruins the super fight of Errol and Crawford.
It don't matter, bro. It don't. Sometimes the fight that we think in a super fight don't come to fruition. It's not Earl fight. Bud couldn't handle his business. If Bud gonna do it, he gotta make sure his team gotta make sure that they are going to win that fight. Point blank. Period. You can't look back and say what if. It was if you really want it, or you can wait around and take whatever Earl and them gonna offer you. Because right now with Earl fighting Manny Pacquiao and Earl going to fight Ugas probably after Pacquiao, how much leverage do you have? You need leverage. You need to go get more leverage, and that's how you go get more leverage, by beating up Jermell Charlo. But New Money, I had you on for about 20 minutes, man. I told CYP I was gonna get to him next, so let me go and do that.
All right, just one more thing. Obviously, you know, I'm a professional sports gambler. I predicted obviously Charlo to beat Castano, but obviously I counteracted the bet with the draw, so it saved me my money, and I got all my money back. So if you're interested in sports betting, just hit me up on @Life'sAGamble _101 on the Instagram. That's @Life'sAGamble _101 on the Instagram. I put predictions up, and I make a lot of people money. So hit me up.
Yep. Life is a gamble on IG, man. Go follow my guy New Money. He does this betting shit. I'm telling y'all, he really does this shit. And if you're trying to make money with him, he gonna make sure you get what you're supposed to get. You know what I'm saying? New Money, man. It's always a pleasure talking to you, brother. Shout out to the UK.
Mike, love, blessings. Listen, even if I don't come on the show, I'm still listening, and I'm bigging you up every single time. And trust me, you got the place rocking every single time, bro.
My guy New Money, man. All up.
Shouts out.
Yes, sir. Going out to my guy on the West Coast doing the goddamn thing. Claim your motherfucking position. CYP, what's good, brother?
What up?
You are
first before I cook, yo, that was actually my first time in Atlanta, man. To be honest, I've been around the world, but I ain't never actually been into Atlanta. I just been like in the airport. So that was my first time going up in there.
How was it?
And I ain't gonna lie to you. I love it, man. Shit, goddamn.
That's what everybody say when they go to Atlanta, man. Like it's just like for black people, it's just good to see that many well-off black people doing their thing, and everybody is love, really, man. Because I got a cousin down there, man, and she been down there for almost 20 years, because she grew up in Mississippi, and she absolutely loves it. Like she loves. She started her own little, well, not little anymore, but her own like personal fitness business down there, and she's thriving. She was in one fitness magazine that I seen. So she doing her thing, man. So shout out to my cousin Jamie. But CYP, man, I said you keep on doing your thing, man, with these athletes, brother. I can't lie to you, man. As a dude from the inner city, man, that wish he had something like that coming up to help him out. You know what I'm saying? In the athletics, bro. I love what you're doing, brother. I really do.
Appreciate that. We still growing. We still trying to reach him and teach him. You know, I want to try to have a different look on black men and black girls as we get older. I want them to look differently than how the world looks at them now. So I'm working on that one day at a time. But yeah. Let's cook. I was in a sports bar and they had the game on, right? And I called up in there to get a table because they said they was gonna show the fight. So when I get up in there, it's like 20 of us up in there because I had my bachelorette party out there. So I'm looking like, yo, man, where the fight? They're like, oh, if I change one TV, it's going to change all 5. So I'm like, man, I feel you. So I get the phone out, you know what I'm saying? I got the Showtime app, so I'm watching this shit. Me and my partners watching on my damn phone. So just to tell you how serious I take my boxing, I watch everything. I don't care about finals is cool, but whoever win game 5 really don't matter. It's about who win game 6 or game 7. So, you know what I'm saying? Undisputed is more important. So anyway, I ain't gonna lie to you. I watch these scores like I always do. And one thing about me and Steve Weisfeld, I've noticed about the judges, me and him usually have the same scorecard. The fact that he scored it for Castano was like, oh, okay. But I watched Blue Blood talk, and Blue Blood is giving this narrative that Steve Weisfeld scored a 10-8, which he did. He was the only judge who gave it a 10-8 round. Talking about that usually doesn't happen with no knockdown. I said, yes, it does. When Wilder versus Ortiz, they gave that a 10-8 round. Wilder didn't touch the ground. But all of them gave him a 10-8 round because of the dominance of that round. They all gave.
I was breaking my mind to think that somebody give a 10-8 round without getting a knockdown. Now, if you ask me, do I think Charlo deserved a 10-8 round? It's very, very close because he was beating that guy up for like a minute and a half, almost 2 minutes.
Yes. So my facts went in because I'm a fact-based dude. If Steve Weisfeld scored it 114-113 Castano, and he already gave Charlo a 10-8 round, then his scorecard never changes. He still thinks Castano wins because all he's doing is giving a point back to Castano on the scorecard he already scored for him. So that scorecard is still going to be for Castano. But what changes is the 114-114. If that dude scores a 10-8, Charlo wins. So if anybody want to be technical about it, and I listen to a dude just talk, if all the judges score a 10-8 across the board on that round, Charlo is undisputed champion today. Now, and more facts about the scoring.
That's true.
This is something that y'all need to understand. When the fix is in, right? When they're trying to rob somebody, it starts in the beginning rounds, not the end. You stack rounds in the beginning. That way you can look like you're not trying to rob them in the end. If you give a dude all first 5, all the other dude got to do is legitimately win 2 rounds on your scorecard and he'll win. So you stack them early. If you look at the scorecards, all 3 judges, they only agreed on 3 rounds together. That was 10, 11, 12. They gave all 3 of those rounds to Charlo. So even the 2 judges, one who had a draw and the one who scored it for Castano, they still thought Charlo won all 3. So there's no way in hell it was a robbery. It couldn't have been. There was no fix.
Yeah,
there was no fix. There was no fix.
I haven't used the word robbery, but I do think Castano won that fight. You know what I'm saying? I think like I said, 7-5. Maybe if you want 8-4, you know what I'm saying? I can see that.
I'm not
6-6.
I'm not mad at anybody. I'm not mad at anybody who judges a close fight for the other dude. I ain't never been that mad. I scored the first Ward Kovalev for Ward, but if somebody got up for Kovalev, I wasn't mad. Like, I ain't mad at you if you got up for Kovalev, that's cool. But what I'm gonna say is, see, but the issue, there was no issue because they're gonna run it back. Exactly. So I say, if they gonna run it back, quit crying. Just put your money on Kovalev. Don't be arguing with your friends, creating enemies, when all you gotta do is make some money. Bet on Kovalev in the second fight. If you think it was so easy and he got robbed. If you think Brian Castano beat Charlo, outboxed him, bet on him. Bet on him. I want you to get rich. I will bet against you. I want them odds to change, and I'm betting for Charlo. The reason why I'm betting for Charlo is another reason. See, a lot of people know English, and you watch Showtime at the English channel. But if you know Spanish, then you can hear what his trainer was saying to him in the 12th round. His trainer told him, please don't get knocked out. Finish on your feet. He didn't say don't get a knockdown. If you are winning convincingly, why the hell is your trainer praying to you and begging, please don't end up getting knocked out? You can say because he knew he would lose if he got knocked out. But y'all saying, not you, people saying Castano won it easily. If he won it easily, why is his trainer talking to him as if he's not winning easily? Who the fuck gonna tell it?
His trainer knows that's the only way Charlo can win.
No. He didn't say a knockdown is a 10-8. A knockdown is a 10-8. He didn't say don't get knocked down.
Yeah, don't get knocked out. He said don't get knocked out. Because if you get knocked out, you lost the fight. But if you make it on your feet, we believe that we won this fight. Don't get knocked out.
But you're missing this point. If he's beating Charlo so easily, you don't have to warn him not to get knocked out. You don't tell Floyd, don't get knocked down to 12. You don't tell Canelo, don't get knocked down to 12. You don't tell them dudes, don't get knocked down to 12. It's a close fight. That's why you tell each team is telling each other what they need to tell each other because it's close. This robbery shit is impossible. Both corners were telling their fighters, it's important to do this in the 12. It is not important in the 12 if you win it like people think, like the 72% of Showtime viewers thought. If you thought he winning that easily, 70-some%, then what the hell does he have to avoid a knockdown for?
Well, here's a counter argument for you. Why was Derek James telling Charlo to get a knockout?
Listen to me. I'm gonna tell you what I think. I think that Charlo was not throwing enough punches. And if you tell somebody to go for the knockout, you gotta throw punches to get a knockout. He didn't say wait for the counter, knock him out on this. Dude, he was telling him go forward, throw more punches. Charlo wasn't listening. I'm not here to defend his performance. His performance wasn't a good performance. Not at all. His performance was not good. But I'm not about to give anybody credit for doing better than we thought they would do. Most people thought Castano would lose, not you. Most people thought he would lose. Just because the dude does good does not mean he won. I noticed that trend. There's people who are walking around today still saying that Jermell lost the core above. People are insane when it comes to fighters they don't like. They are insane. They will never give swing rounds to the dudes they don't like. I always split the swing round, no matter who it is. People will never give swing rounds to dudes they don't like. People do not like the Charlos. They do not like Mayweather. That's why people were saying that Maidana won. How did he win? Because you gave close rounds to Maidana. You are egregious with those close rounds. That is why people are screaming robbery, because every close round, which was about 3 of them, they gave to Castano. Why don't you split them? Because if you split them, then you realize, oh shit, it probably was a draw. Yeah, it was a draw. Let it go and bet on Castano in the rematch. Castano is gold right now if y'all believe in him. He's gold. Y'all can get paid next time. Y'all can get paid. Go get paid. All y'all thought that Harrison really beat Charlo. Go bet on him then. And then he got knocked out. If you believe it,
I did.
If you believe it.
I bet on Harrison the second time too, nigga. I lost $100.
Yeah. There you go. There you go. I ain't mad at nobody. If you think Castano won and you about to bet on him, I can't argue with you because you put your money where your mouth is. But if all you gonna do is go ahead. Right here, though.
Off that performance,
right,
is people like ESPN and Rain Magazine justified at having them that low on the pound for pound list or not having them at all on the list?
The pound for pound list has dudes on it that are not as good as Charlo, so he needs to be on it. If I had a pound for pound list, he would be on it before. And Mike, check me if I'm wrong. Wasn't before this fight, people were talking about how much better Mel is out there, boxing-wise. He's the one they like. He's the one that fights everybody. He's the tough one. He's this, he's that. He should be on the pound for pound list. He gets into a fight with Chicago, and it's close.
They not looking at the substance, though. I'm looking at Rosario. I know Rosario got fucked up by my nigga Gallimore, and I know Gallimore is simply not on that level. Yep. He's a good fighter. He's a tough dude. Agree. But when it comes to world elite level, he ain't on that level. And J-Rock, honestly, I think J-Rock had a night like motherfucking Andy Ruiz had. I don't think Jarrett Hurd was focused on the fight. He was at home. He was waving at the crowd, doing handshakes, looked kind of flabby in that fight. And Jarrett Hurd ain't really look the same since he left his damn trainer. So with that being said, hey, I'm looking at Mel like Mel beating these dudes, but I never just thought that Mel was just this. I never thought Mel was Maul. Put it like that.
Listen, they are not. I've been telling people the only reason Mel is having so much success is because he has a twin brother that is an inch taller. That's it. If you didn't have a twin brother, Maul would still be at 154. He'd be undisputed. I tell people all the time, what makes you think that Maul can't make 154 and beat Mel if brothers fought? What makes you think he can't beat him? So all the spoils that Mel has gotten, he should thank Maul for being a little bit bigger. Because everybody knows people diet down as much as they can in boxing. You fight it the weight you can make. This ain't about being fair. Ain't nobody fair in boxing when it comes to weight. Get out of here. No, these dudes weigh way more than what they box at. Maul can make 154 if he wanted to for the right fight. He can also make 168 for the right fight, just like Terence and all them other dudes can make 160 for the right fight. And even I think Harrison's big ass can make 147 if he wanted to for the right fight. If you got Danny Garcia talking about 154 for the right fight. So let's stop acting like I never ever thought that Maul wasn't as good as Mel or Mel wasn't as good as Maul. But I have a tier of boxers. I'm gonna break my boxers down. You have the damn near unbeatable. The damn near unbeatable Tyson Fury, Deontay Wilder, Canelo Alvarez, Tank, and Bud Crawford, in my opinion. Those are the damn near unbeatables. You're going to have to pull some shit out your hat to beat them dudes up there. Like, them dudes are right there.
I'll put Earl in there, too.
See? And then I get my second tier is, it's going to take a lot to beat these dudes. A lot to beat these dudes are the Earl Spences, the Charlos, both of the Charlos, and so forth. The Anthony Joshua's, the dudes in there. And then I get the...
A new way might be doing it. I'm telling you, I know you don't watch the little...
I look at competition. Competition.
Bro, it came up from 112, knocking niggas out, and he had 118, about to go to 120, 122, and do the same. This little dude...
You realize 112 to 116 is a hamburger?
118.
118, I mean, that's a hamburger. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
it's still
112 pounds.
Man. Like he beat Nonito Donaire, and the only reason he didn't knock him out is because the referee can't go back and watch the fight and just watch the 11th round. The motherfucking referee stopped the man from whooping Nonito Donaire. He broke, I think, his nose or some shit with a punch, and Nonito literally started running around the ring. And the referee came in like a lineman and blocked goddamn me a new way and said, "Hold on, bro, you beat him up too much." And then he let him fight. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Like that little dude, that win over Donaire looks better and better and better and better because Donaire just whooped old Buddy ass. What's Buddy name? Man, he whooped Buddy ass, man. Whatever his fucking name is. But yeah, man.
Exactly. We over here talking about what his name was. You know, you realize Saddam Ali beat Miguel Cotto too. Saddam Ali beat Miguel Cotto. So Miguel Cotto will whoop Saddam Ali ass in his prime. He beat the brakes off in his prime. Nonito Donaire, when he lost to your boy, let's be real, he is not in his prime. Nonito Donaire was not in his prime when he was losing, when he lost to the Asian dude.
He done beat some good fighters on the way back up. Casamero, man, he ain't done Casamero, man. Casamero on that shit, bro. Like, man, I'm telling y'all, Casamero is not. I don't know if he's a clean boxer or not, bro. I'm just saying.
All right, I got something for some people. Some people seem to have a real problem with me. You know, I love problems, but I'm trying to mature. So this is what I have to do. Anybody who thinks that he won, I'm a public dude. Mike can tell you I'm public. You can DM me. I talk back. I literally talk back. People meet me. They come to me, and I ain't gonna tell you. One of the dudes from TTV was out in Atlanta, hit me up and wanted to come to the party to meet me, homeboy. So all of y'all dudes who talk all that negativity, it doesn't really bother me like it used to, because I'm on some positivity shit. I'm trying to see my people grow. And some of y'all black men, y'all have a disease on just not liking successful dudes who are confident. I don't care about y'all, yo. If Mike can tell you, my life is good. I don't care about y'all. You know what I mean? I do not. Matter of fact, I'm not even going to go there. I'm not going to go there and tell you what I'm about to start doing or what I was invited to do. You'll just see me when you see me. I call Mike. I represent Mike's show because Mike's a real one. I like his personality. He keeps it honest, and he ain't got to kiss nobody's ass to get along with him. I like Mike, and I tell him I'm a rock with him regardless. But everybody know I'm a Charlo guy. If y'all think Castano won, I feel you. It's okay because it's a close fight. I'm never arguing with close fights. Either way it go. All I'm saying is this. Make sure you don't just argue all the way into the rematch and then don't put your money on Castano. If you're going to argue and say and do this, please put your money on Castano and call me. I'll be your Huckleberry. I will take that bet. CYP will take all bets. Go to my Instagram, DM me. We can make that bet. People will tell you, I keep my bets. I keep my bets. Don't worry about that. But now we're moving on to Bud versus...
Yes.
Oh, wow.
I couldn't let you go without the question. Who do you think, if this fight ever comes to fruition, Bud versus Jermell Charlo, tell me who you think wins and why they win.
I was just talking to the back call about this. I said, if Crawford moves up and beats Mel, we got to talk about him as one of the greatest boxers of all time. I said, we cannot deny this man's talent anymore. I got a CYP army of fighters and Bud and the Charlos are both in it, along with Tank, Wilder, and Leo. I like them all. Those are my guys. I got to be honest, man. I don't know how hard Crawford really hits, because everybody's hitting the ground. Everybody is falling. Like, everybody. I don't know how hard that man hits, but I'm going to say, as of right now, I'm not going to be a prisoner of the moment. Right now, I'm going to say Jermell wins. As of today, Jermell wins because he's just too big. I see Mel and I see Errol and Charlo next to each other all the time. Them two boys ain't the same size. And I think that Errol is slightly bigger than Bud is. A little bit. So I'm like, you put them two brothers standing next to each other. Nah, I think he's too big. So I'm going to ride with Charlo. But I think Bud is maybe the greatest boxer that we have active right now. Probably the greatest active boxer.
Let me ask you this. If Bud's able to take Mel's power, how does the fight play out?
I think he knocks him out. I don't even like saying that.
We think Bud stops him.
Yes, if he takes his power, because one thing about it, remember, he's taking his power, so that means he's mad. And we all know what Bud do when he get hit. If he taking good punches, he gonna be pissed. If he's getting embarrassed, he gonna get pissed. Like the Great White Hype when he was getting embarrassed by a dude and they said, "Are you trying to embarrass me?" And he went and knocked him out. Like, Bud don't play no games, man. Like, I tell people, y'all can play with Bud if you want to, but Bud don't need to be messed with in that ring nor in the street. You see Bud in the street, say what's up and be respectful, because that boy's strong and he can fight for real. Charlo, I don't know how good your hands is for real, but I do believe in you as a boxer. But I would love to see EJ versus Bud first. I don't want to see anybody stepping in the way of those two fighting. Those two need to get it on first. I need to see them two get it in first, because if Charlo beats Bud, who's to say that Earl don't even want to fight Bud after? Like, I don't want nothing getting in the way.
I don't want
of Earl.
to fight Bud. That's his stablemate. He got to go on revenge for his stablemate.
I would hope so. But sometimes EJ be acting like sometimes he be acting like not that he don't want it. He be acting like he ain't about to go through no hoops to get it. That's how he be acting.
Yeah, no, he not. And there's one thing, like, he get everything that he want and not going through no hoops to get it. Yeah. He got the Manny Pacquiao fight out of the boot, so gotta give credit to what credit due, and that credit goes to Al Heyman. I'm glad I got you here, because I had a thought yesterday, right? I was thinking about the Wilder and Fury, and I'm thinking, like, Fury team probably fucked up. They allowing Wilder and Malik Scott to get more time together to get a camaraderie, to get a fighter and trainer kind of thing going. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think more time probably going to equal to a more dangerous Deontay Wilder in that October fight. And honestly, I don't think Fury was ready to fight physically. And I think if he has to go to get physically ready and not work on his boxing, I think he's probably going to suffer, man.
Yes. Listen to me. I told everybody, I said, Fury had the opportunity to go have 2 training camps, have 2 tune-ups, get a whole new trainer, figure out a whole new strategy, put on that weight just to prepare for Deontay Wilder. AJ had a whole new camp. AJ had a whole new strategy. AJ had time to prepare to have a new strategy versus Andy Ruiz. Both of them dudes were successful. It's Wilder's turn. It's Wilder's turn to prepare for how big he's going to be, to prepare for everything he's going to throw at him, to make sure that the right person checks glove, to make sure that the right person holding his water. He got to get his confidence up, work on his backpedaling, working everything he has time for. You're giving him more time for. You notice Wilder didn't complain about the fight being postponed, because he like, it don't matter when it happens. It's green light, homie. And for some of y'all listening that don't know what a green light is, that means anytime I see you, it's going down. So if it's October, okay, it's all good. It's all good. I was mad because we was planning a trip to go to Vegas. You know what I'm saying? I was mad about that, but it's all good. I ain't tripping. October it is. I'll be there. October it is.
Yes, sir. I love it, man. CYP, man. Anything else you want to say, man, before I get on to the next call?
I want to say what's up to everybody out there who support me, whether it's through the kids, whether it's through the athletes, whether it's through, playing your position, which is my business and it's growing, the brand is getting bigger. I appreciate y'all, and all the haters, don't worry about it, man. I'm not going to ignore you. I'm going to pay attention to you. I'm either going to convert you or I'm going to hurt you. Either way it go, y'all know what I'm about. Y'all know the slogan. CYP out.
Shout out to my guy, CYP, man. CYP out this thing. Oh, man, always good. Always fun talking to CYP, man. Love that guy, man. Love what he's doing. Just keep on doing what you're doing, brother. Can't get mad at somebody who's giving back to to the kids and to the community, man. Love it, man. Love it. I always don't agree with his boxing, but hey, it's boxing, man. We're never going to agree on everything. That's just how it is. We're never going to agree, and we're never going to see eye to eye on everything. So what I'm gonna do is 317-220-6995. Number to call in if you want to call in. If you want to be a part of the show. 402, what's going on? Talk to your boy.
Yo, Mike, what's up, man?
What's good? What's good? What's good?
It's D-Ray, bro.
D-Ray, why you been, brother?
Say what?
How you been, man? How you been, D-Ray?
I've been good, bro. I've been blessed. I can't complain. How about you?
Hey, man, I can't complain either, man. That's life, man. I got my daughter here with me over the summer, so everything is going
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's wonderful, bro. Enjoy your time with her. Hey, with your question, though, man, with Bud and Charlo, you know, I think that the later, the better for Bud. So, like, if they were to do it in 2023, hey, I think it's a wash. 2022, I think it's a good fight. You know, but here's the thing, though, right? Is that if Derrick James is the quote unquote best trainer of the year 2 times or whatever, right? And this guy doesn't listen to him. You know, I think that just you know, doesn't sound good for him. You know, now I was wondering.
I keep on hearing people say that Derrick James was giving him instructions, and he wasn't like doing what Derrick James was telling him to do throughout the fight. So I mean, I don't. Maybe he felt something in that fight to where he just couldn't execute what Derrick James was saying. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not 100% sure why he wasn't to do what he was instructed to do.
Hey, Mike, go back to Mike Tyson. Everybody got a plan until they get hit.
That's true.
I think once he felt that, bro, he just wanted to try to jab at it and not go get it. And that's the thing, though, right? And that's why, you know, when you get all these people, you know, hating on whoever has been undisputed about the quality of the champion that they fought. When you have the undisputed belt on the line and all eyes is on you, it raises the pressure up a notch. You know what I mean? And that's the thing is, like, you know, now there's been people that have fought Canelo or whatever, and, you know, people like me have said that person just basically sold their belt to Canelo. This guy, he came in to defend his championship. He came in as a champion, you know, and that's the thing is he just had got it the fight before, right? So he still was a fresh champion, and you know, hey, I think, man, in my opinion, I don't really, you know, but I think so far, man, that he's the fighter of the year. You know what I mean? To me, because he came out of nowhere and got a top 10 guy to, you know, get a favorable draw. A favorable draw.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know about fighter of the year, but yeah, he definitely.
I mean, to me, I'm just saying to me, bro, because he wasn't on my radar until his last 2 fights, and then all of a sudden, you know, hey, I'm just putting respect on him because I think he beat Charlo, you know, worse than Harrison did, really, you know. So. You know, I mean, he stunned him a few times, you know, and that's the thing is that they're supposed to fight in December. So if they do fight in December, I think that it will, you know, go one way or the other, you know, as far as he goes. But I'm just saying up till now, that's my guy, man. You know what I mean? Because I think everybody else has, you know, nobody's really pulled an upset so far out of the year. You know, now we got EJ and Manny in a couple weeks or a couple, you know, 4 weeks or whatever. So, you know, there's still time with that. But now, my man, was that Mr. CYP? He was talking about he didn't want nothing to get in the way of EJ and Bud. That man needed to be starting that conversation 3 years ago, bro. You know what I mean? I just think, man, that all of that you know, easy route stuff, bro. Just, you know, Bud just really, you know, he kind of letting EJ go do his thing, man. You know, if you, you know, whenever the belts are available to be taken by Bud, I think that he will go forward to go take them, man. But I appreciate you, bro. Everybody subscribe, like, and share. Derek Lincoln, AA, so did he win that hoodie 1-on-1, man? Is it already produced?
Yeah, he won the first
You
one.
got a picture of it or something?
Yep. It's on the show that I did, man. I got it in my camera roll, but he won the first one, and I think right now Elms is winning the second one by like 1 point.
Yeah, I know Elms is gonna be the second champ, man. He ain't let nobody come get that. Hey, so but now, what fight are you gonna have the finals in with this? Is that gonna be at the end of the year or?
So we started in probably the end of September.
How many points you got right now? Do you know offhand? If you got an insurmountable lead?
I think Elms got like 21, and Derek got like.
Dang, he got 21 already. Yeah, he ain't getting touched, bro.
Yeah, it's gonna be tough to come back.
Who got 20?
Derek got 20. Elms got 21. Like
Derek going for back to back, huh? I heard that, bro. Yeah, hey man, and that's the thing, man, that I appreciate about your platform and your show, man, is that you do allow us to be involved, and I appreciate that about you, bro, and that's why I'm rocking with you, man. Keep doing your thing, bro. Enjoy your summer, man, and I'll be back.
All right, D-Ray, man. Have a good day, brother.
Yes, sir. You too. Peace.
Shout out to my guy D-Ray, man. But yeah, man, it's just something that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, without y'all, there's no Mike on Sports, so gotta do what we gotta do to keep this shit going. You know what I'm saying? Gotta do what we gotta do to keep this shit going, man. I'm trying to see that tweet that I got just seen from I'm gonna go to Steven Espinoza right quick. Let me see. Give me a second. I'm about to go to Steven Espinoza tweet. It was a reply to Sergio Mora tweet. So that's probably what I should have went to, Sergio Mora. Yeah, probably should have just went to Sergio Mora. The Latin snake. So Sergio Mora made this right here. Let me do a screen share because Steven Espinoza came back and he was mad. He was mad about what the man had said. My bad. I'm chilling right now. I'm sitting with the man. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna show y'all what Steven had said to old buddy. All right, so Sergio Mora tweeted out after the fight. He says, getting a draw in Texas against a Texan means you won convincingly. They just can't let you leave with a victory. So that's what Sergio Mora tweeted out. I don't know if you guys can see it, but there you go right there. All right, let me zoom in a little bit so you guys can see the motherfucker a little bit clear. 200 too much? All right, there you go. All right. But this is what Steven Espinoza retweeted with his statement. Oh, I don't know why I just did that shit. All right. So this is what he just tweeted. He says, ridiculous, irresponsible statement. It was a highly contested fight between two very skilled boxers. Neither one won convincingly. Both fighters appeared hurt at times. Neither dominated. 7-5 or 6-6 are reasonable scores. Y'all agree with that statement right there? He said, then Sergio came back and And he got on that nigga. He was like, hold on, bro. Ridiculous and irresponsible when academically off 117 scorecard. Steven Espinoza came back with that goddamn came back with some kind of Andre Ward stat. So I think Mike Carmichael said something about it too. But I mean, it's a lot of controversy with that fight, man. People don't like that the scorecard was so wide, and I mean, I don't like it either. But here's what it is. I mean, Jermell and Bud, if they fought, I think honestly, man, you gotta lean more towards Terence Crawford. I think just the sheer boxing ability of Terence Crawford will probably be too much for Jermell Charlo. Bud just gotta make sure his defense is on point. He gotta power with the jab. He gotta know what I'm saying. Make sure Jermell not getting none of those big swinging hooks in. And Jermell got to be careful not to underestimate Terence Crawford's power. He gotta be careful not to underestimate that power, because that power at any time could change the fight, change how, or change the outcome of it. That's what I'm thinking. At the end of the day, it's a fight that I would love to see. Hey, baby. And I would love to get those two guys in the ring, but it may be a far-fetched idea. It may be a little bit too far-fetched, but at the end of the day, man, shit, we live for these kind of fights, man. We live for these contests where it's a lot of intrigue and a lot of uncertainty around the fight. We don't, like, as boxing fans, we don't want to go into a fight knowing what's going to happen, knowing the outcome of it, as we get so many times. We want to go out there and goddamn see how the other guy is going to deal with this guy's strength and how that guy is going to deal with that guy's strength. You know what I'm saying? And I don't mean strength as in physical force. I mean as Crawford, it means skill wise. And Jermell Charlo, it means his size and his presence and his power. And man, what that would be a fucking awesome fight, man. That shit would be awesome, bro. And we gotta admit, like, they would be the biggest name for each other's resume. It'd be the biggest name on Charlo's resume, and it'd be the biggest name on Bud's resume. Straight up. Both guys will be the biggest name on their resume. And that's crazy. Is it possible? Bud's contract's up in October. Is it possible? Maybe. Gotta see what Bud does. Gotta see what Bud does. Is Bud gonna going out to 410? 410. Talk to you, boy. What's going on? 410. Going once.
Hey, Mike. Hey, Mike.
What's up?
Hey, listen, man. I ain't gonna be long. No Chapo calling it.
Yeah, Chopper was good, man.
Mike, listen. I'm a Charlo fan. A big one. But I'm a huge Bud Crawford fan. No fighter with basic jab 1-2 gonna beat Bud Crawford. So if he move up, he beats him.
You think it's simple as that?
Correct. It's the bottom line. If you know boxing, a person that's just going to jab 1-2 not going to beat Bud Crawford. That ain't going to happen. And I like Charlo. He let me down Saturday, but
did you think
I
he
think
won
Bud
Saturday?
Crawford.
Do you believe that he won Saturday?
No, I think he lost 7-5.
Okay. All right.
I think he lost. Matter of fact, I don't think. I know he lost 7-5.
No, he lost 7-5.
Yeah, I know he lost 7-5. But in the rematch, you bet the house that he knocked Castano out. He knocks him out. He knocks him out in the rematch.
Oh, you think he's gonna stop him in the rematch? So you think he's gonna make the proper adjustments to get Castano out of here?
Yes, because he could have won that fight easily with the jab. He could have jabbed his way to undisputed. He could have jabbed his way to undisputed. But he also showed that he really can't fight on the back foot that well. And that could be a problem going forward.
All right, big dog. Well, Chapo, anything else you want to say before I get on to the next caller?
No, that's it, champ. I'll catch you on the next show. Keep doing what you're doing.
I appreciate it, brother, man. Thanks for calling in. Shout out to my guy, Chapo. Sound like he from B-More. He sound like he from that DMV area. You know what I'm saying? When he said that too, I mean, I don't know. Hey, he sound like he from where we're taking him from. You feel me? Shout out to my guy, Chapo, man. I had another caller, 2404. I believe that's Georgia or something. I think 404 might be Georgia. Georgia. Oh, man. 317-220-6995. Another call in. If you want to call in, give me your take. Is it as simple as El Chapo said? A guy who was just basic 1-2-3, 1-2 hook, ain't gonna beat Terence Crawford. Is it that simple? Can Bud move up and beat Castano and beat Jermell? Man, that's a big deal. That's a big deal, man. And honestly, like, if you're thinking about negotiations, and I know it's a dangerous fight, and I know it's not ideal, but this can make negotiations better for the benefit of Terence Crawford. He could be a 2-time undisputed champion going into a fight with Errol Spence Jr., making that fight an even more super duper fight than it already is. It would be amazing to see Bud do all that, man. Going out to my guy out there in goddamn Decatur, motherfucking Georgia. What good, Lilo?
When everything kosher, man, just cool.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man. Hey, shout out to Derek, man. I know he getting it in on them points.
Yes, sir. Man, Derek and Am out there doing their fucking thing. Real quick,
man. I be slipping, dog. I be just so ready to see fight. I'll be forgetting to put in the bid, but I'm gonna get on.
First, let's start with this past weekend. Give me your reaction to the Castano Charlo fight. Who you think won?
Now mind you, I ain't look at this to score it. So I'm actually about to watch it for the second time in a few minutes.
Okay.
But from what I saw, I would say you could edge it to Castano, but I wasn't mad at no draw. But it seemed like, I don't know, Charlo, he wasn't throwing that jab. I mean, hell, even Derek James, and I like that. Shout out to Derek James, man, because I like coaches that can keep it 100 with their fighter, man, not with their bullshit. Prime example, Angel Garcia with Danny Garcia doing that Spence fight. That was some bullshit. But anyway, Derek James telling that man, he told him, he's like, man, you got one of the best jabs in boxing, bro. You ain't even throwing it. Like, I guess Charlo really did give that boy a lot of respect for him not to get in there and do what we thought he was going to do.
He got caught in that second round, I'm telling y'all.
That third round, yeah.
And on the ropes, he got caught. He's like, hey. I see why this nigga beat Earl in the amateurs. I see why he beat Deborah Chinky in the amateurs.
Yeah, Castano, and you got to give it all to him, man. You can't take nothing away from that guy.
Nah.
That came to fight. His folk came across the way with him. Like, Shotty, I would love to see a rematch
And
of
them
that.
niggas wasn't no bitches either. Like at the fucking weigh-in, if y'all want to do something, nigga, we want to do something too. You know what I'm saying? So I like that shit, cause like I know like it's like a hindsight, but that was kind of foreshadowing. Like them niggas wasn't scared at the weigh-in, and that translated into the fight. Castano wasn't no man. I'm coming to win. I ain't coming here to lay down for nothing. I respect
and
that
that's
shit,
what
man.
that's what I love, man. Especially like I forgot who that would have caught in saying that he came out of nowhere, because he did. He wasn't on my radar neither until the Texteer fight. So for that man to come up like he do, now you learn some of his history, you see where he came from. But that's why they say never judge a fighter, man, because you don't know until they get in their ring, man. Yeah. And you seen the importance of this fight. You know what I mean? That boy had a country on his back, and he finna be undisputed, man. Yeah, that boy came to fight. But it was a good fight. I do want to see a rematch. I hope Charlo, I don't know what was going on with him not throwing that jab and the body shots. He wasn't even throwing that many. He didn't throw a lot of body shots. I don't know, but I guess you got to credit Castano for that though, right?
Because
I heard about his element or some shit. I don't know.
The first time I heard about fucking Brian Castano was when he beat this motherfucking this I believe he French or some shit. He was undefeated. His name was like Michel Soro or some shit. He was like he was always like listed on the Bachfrick well not Bachfrick but like governing bodies rankings and shit. And Brian Castano went over to his fucking hometown and beat him. Then he had a couple fights. Then he fought Lara. That's the fight that made me like, okay.
Oh, Lara, that's right.
This nigga right here he ain't nothing to be played with at 154. I ain't seen Lara have a tough fight like that other than Jared Hurd and goddamn me Canelo. So yeah. But so you weren't mad with the draw? You thought the draw was cool?
Yeah. I mean, I'm honestly, again, I'm gonna watch it for the second time today. But from what I saw, it looked like Castano might have won. It like Charlo got them later rounds, but it might have been around or too late. You know what I'm saying? And then you got to think about it. Like, it was a lot of swing rounds too. You got to think about that shit. Like, Charlo might start crunk in the beginning, and Castano come back in the later part. Or, you know what I'm saying? Castano actually buzzed him a couple of times. It wasn't just no one time. He caught him slip that left hook to the back of the left foot of the skull. I mean, the right of the skull. Man, hey, that's a shot right there. Charlo better keep that right hand up. That's his. When he noticed he had that shot, Mike, he kept throwing it, dog. He was catching him and then sitting on them ropes. That is not a friend of Charlo. I don't know what he was trying to do, but that game plan was not the game plan. And it don't seem like it was Derek James' game plan either.
Do you think Bud is right when he says this is the reason why Charlo is not higher or not on the list at all because he's not pound for pound?
I think everybody started at pound for pounds when he got became unified. So it just kind of fresh. I think Bud, hey, Bud probably trying to pick a fight, man. Matter of fact, speaking of which, I had said some time ago, bro, because of when Spence started, when he was doing on his side of the street and shit. I was like, all right, well, we got to figure a way to say fuck Spence and find a way to make that nigga fight us. So I thought of two ways. One, go after Ugas when he first got there, even though it was a regular belt, because Pacquiao had the super. I was like, go get Ugas. Two, go up to 54. Whoop Charlo, that gonna make Spence want to fight you because you just beat his boy.
Yeah.
And stablemate. So that was gonna force, in my eyes, force Spence to be like, you know what, fuck this shit, man. That nigga done went up there and whooped goddamn Charlo and still talking about what's happening with me. I gotta fight this nigga. Cause I'm already mad at taking as long as it is. The shit getting old. You know what I'm saying? Other fights done came and went. Motherfuckers finna fight again. Man, but if that's Bud playing, I ain't mad at it, bro. Go out there with Charlo. Spence gonna feel some type of way. They at home, boy. He either gonna come up to 54 to fight Bud, or Bud gonna come back down to 47. You know what I'm saying? Stay if he can become undisputed.
3-time undisputed, man.
3 times, exactly.
If he comes 3 times, that nigga right there gonna put himself in a position where, motherfucker, you might have to say that nigga the greatest boxer who ever fucking lived. 3-time undisputed in 3 different divisions? That's unheard of. Clarissa Shields the only person who done it twice in 2 different divisions. So if Bud can do that, man, like we talking all time great. If not the GOAT. You know what I'm saying?
That's why I just hope the politics bullshit get out the way, man. Give us fans what the fuck we want. They can't say they don't know we don't want the shit. We been hiding it for too damn long, man. But, you know, that's my call, man. Shout out to Mike. Man, y'all buy his merch. Sign up to everything he got. Call in. Chop it up with him. Appreciate you, Mike.
Shout out to my guy as well, but thanks for calling in. I appreciate it.
Yes, sir. No problem, dog.
If I'm Terence Crawford, that's what I do. I'm a make a movement. I'm gonna call it the GOAT movement. I'm gonna call it the GOAT movement. I'm gonna call it the fucking GOAT movement. Yeah, we're gonna call it the motherfucking GOAT movement, dog. We on the track to become 3-time undisputed in 3 different divisions. Something that ain't nobody ever done. J Mac, what's good? J Mac.
Not much. You hear me, Mike?
Yes, sir. Loud and clear, man. Talk to your boy.
Yo, can you hear me?
Loud and clear. Can you hear me?
I'm driving on the road, so I cut out at time. I picked up bad reception. Nah, man. What you talking about? That the Charlo fight and what Bud responded to?
I'm talking about the Charlo fight and Charlo versus Bud. If it happens, who you got?
Well, okay. Charlo. Let me break it down. I'm leaning closer to Bud even more so now, only because I think Charlo could be outboxing out thought. I'm not gonna say he looked in one dimension. He just looked like he struggles when he's forced to think, especially when he's going backwards. And I'm not a big fan of his ability to adjust. And I didn't see too many. I saw more instinctual, like walking dude into traps, or enough to where he can put the guy away. And there's a reason why I think him or his brother not knocking dudes out at that next level. Before is that, I think it's about their punch output and the way they place their shots. I think they're just athletic guys that punch hard, strong, and what have you. But at the elite level, you got to put your shots together and put your shots in the right places to set up some big shots so you can get these knockouts. So I had Castano definitely winning the fight, and it looked like Jermell got another gift given to him and stuff like that.
Instead of gift giving, okay. All right, Bud and Terence Crawford. Who wins that fight?
Bud and, you say Bud and Terence? You mean Bud and Jermell?
Yeah, Bud and Jermell. How? All
right.
What if Jermell clips Terence Crawford? We think how people gonna say he was clipped by Gamboa. Kavaliauskas knocked him down. He could be chinny.
All right, listen. If he clips Bud, that'd be very interesting to see how how Bud deals with that and how Bud responds. That's always the advantage I lean towards Jermell with the power and have you. But I don't think Bud, like people almost be wanting Bud just to get hit and say, fuck, I don't know how to fight that because I'm just going to get mad and get my shot back. It's like that's they always go to when they say somebody beat him, but everybody that clips him, he stops him. All right, moving up to 154, somebody may have an argument that punch, he may not be able to recover from it. But Bud is more than one punch fighter. Just to a Charlo. Like I said, I think the Charlo struggle with bank. especially if you got them going backwards. And you don't even have to be a pressure fighter to make them go backwards. They just naturally go backwards when they're trying to think or trying to set up their shots. And that might be just a something on their parts. So, I mean, I would definitely would want to see the fight. Would I be confident in Bud winning? No. Do I have, can I see our Bud winning? Yes. Can I see Charlo winning? Yes. If I had to put my money up, I wouldn't confidently put my money up. It'd probably be leaning towards Bud, but it'd be almost like I just want him to win type shit and stuff like that. So I don't have a strong notion that Bud can beat Charlo, but I'm definitely interested in seeing it after this fight. And I think that he can be outboxed and outthought.
Okay, gotcha.
Let me get on these Charlos. See, that's why people need to stop running their mouth and getting on Twitter and saying this dude a bum, that dude a bum. Big Charlo still walk around his face marked up and knotted up from that last fight. A dude, a nobody that he's supposed to fuck, but they get on Twitter and they quick to say how somebody looked in their fight. And see, that's what the problem is. You got these fans, you got these trolls that make excuses for these dudes and can't just respect the game. Everybody ain't gonna be a walk in the park. Styles make fights, and just because you don't know a name of a fighter, you can't dismiss that fighter and say, "Oh, he ain't fighting nobody. He ain't fighting nobody." Everybody can't be a big name. But see, the part about it, it's so easy to dismiss the big names and say, "Oh, he ain't fighting nobody," because you don't want him to fight your favorite fighter. But no favorite fighter should be trying to prove a point and have that fighter's pride and figure out who's the best fighter in the sport. Ain't no way we should be walking around with all these champions talking about who he fought and what that. What? A champion? He got a belt, right? Something that you have, but they got multiple, so you should want to get that belt from him. Not make these excuses saying he ain't fighting nobody. What's his biggest name on his resume? We got so many out here. And I'll say this, they're so quick to talk about how a dude looked in their performance. Now look how they both looked in their last performance. And we went down to the voting odds and what everybody expected. These should have been fights that Charlo and them should have won easily. And the other reason why they took it was they thought Charlo was going to win this fight. And won this fight easily on both of their parts. So maybe we need to dial back on us so quick to dismiss a fighter and say, oh, you went life and death with a bump. Because the same stuff they said about Andrade, look at both of them and what have you in their fights. Jamal arguably struggled and was life and death with a guy that he should not have been going life and death with, according to his logic. And then Jermell lost a fight that he should have been the A side and beat the dude at. So, I mean, it's the same thing. So I'll be a little more mindful on what I pump out and say and stuff like that, especially when you can get in the ring and always figure it out. Because it's a sport where you talk shit, and when you talk shit, you become that weight class. Another thing, these little dudes talking stuff, but every time somebody want to respond to them, they want to talk about some, they ain't going to never box again. Nah, keep that same energy. It's a famous saying, your mouthpiece and what you say, you become that weight class. If you can't back it up and fight the person or prove your point, be mindful what you say, be respectful. Keep it respectful. Everybody's so quick to talk about a fighter or say this or say that like that. And then when a fighter want to check the temperature, they want to say, if he put his hands on me, man, miss me with all that sucker shit and stuff like that, because you're a fighter. And if it was another fighter talking, you would want to fight him. But if it's somebody you think you got a disadvantage against, now you want to talk another type of talk and stuff like that. So I'm getting tired of all the fighters doing more Twitter twaxing, because they get on Twitter. It's boxing and Twitter. I'm mixing them too. But that's what they do. They get on a fight. Not like Devin Haney said, you say everything else but fight and stuff. You want to talk about how he look. You want to talk about he ain't got no power. You want to say how he look. He looks stupid. He should have did this. I'd have did this and stuff. And then you get in the ring and then you have not a superb performance. So be more mindful, be more respectful. But unfortunately, it's the generation, it's the fans that we got. These fans coddle these fighters. They make excuses for them, and the fighters live behind their fans' excuses and stuff like that. I just want to see the best fight the best.
I feel you, my nigga. That's what I want to see too. Well, J Mac, anything else you want to say before I get on to the next call? Big dog.
Yeah, I want to see that Bud and Jermell fight. Now, if E and J, Aaron Spence don't want that fight, if Aaron Spence don't want that fight, let's go after Jermell. So if Bud going to PBC and they start putting up all these roadblocks, and he on his block, and Arrow acting like he ain't home. He sending the doorman down, telling him he moved and shit like that. Yeah, he need to go knock on somebody else's door. And Jermell got a lot of energy. I can't wait to see his response. So Bud call him out for what he called Bud out and stuff like that, because I think it was justified response.
That's what I'm waiting on too. I'm hoping Jermell comes back and says something. You know what I'm saying? We gonna see. But
I'm looking forward for that energy. We can't get Aaron Spence in the ring. Let's go after Jermell. And see if he go fight little brother, his little bro beef, since he got a lot to say and talk about it, because he can get in the ring and fight, especially if Bud moving up to 154. I think Bud on his ass now, especially from his recent comments, and Bud don't mind being held accountable. You can check his temperature, and everybody didn't check his temperature. They end up being in the ring with him, so I'm looking forward to it. That's all I got.
All right, J Mac, man, be safe on that road, brother.
All right.
Yep, shout out to my guy J Mac, man, 504. Always doing this everything in the road, man. Everybody who driving them trucks, man, y'all be safe. Mark Nash, man, nigga, the line jumping. What was going on, Mark Nash? Talk to your boy. Yo, Mark. Mark Nash going one. Mark Nash going twice. 3 times, Mark Nash. D Nice, what's going on? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you now.
What's good, D Nice? Talk to your boy.
Oh man, I thought it was a great fight, man. Just from a fan standpoint, like regardless of who people thought won, I thought it was a hell of a fight.
Yeah.
Now as far as
but who'd you have winning though? Who you thought won?
I thought Castano won.
Okay.
But I wasn't mad at the draw. That just meant that Charlo had got the benefit of the doubt on some of the close rounds. To call it a robbery, I just think that was people, the ones that didn't like Charlo, who was calling for the robbery.
Honestly, I think when people call for the robbery, it's a reaction to that 117-111 scorecard.
Yeah, that kind of put a lot of shit on the ground for people. And because I mean, it comes off as corruption, man. It's like, okay, you had a judge in your pocket. You know what I'm saying? Which I don't necessarily believe, but it definitely did. You know, the optics of it definitely didn't look good.
I mean, 9 rounds to 3 D-Night though. 9 rounds to 3.
Yeah, that's outrageous.
Yeah, man. Do you think?
And even if you was,
go ahead. I'm sorry.
Say that again.
No.
I was gonna say, even if you had Charlo winning, I don't see how you could do it 9-3. Like, I just think 9-3 was outrageous, but you know what I'm saying? That's a little of the hometown cooking.
Yeah, man. Fuck. Goddamn. Charlo, do you think that Charlo was like reluctant in any way? Because to me, he just didn't look like the normal aggressive dude that he always is.
Yeah, I definitely picked up on that, and I don't know why. I don't know if he was trying to, you know, put some new wrinkles in his game, or if he felt something in that fight that had him fighting like that. But it definitely struck me as odd that he wasn't as aggressive as he normally was.
Yeah, man.
Because when you look at him in both the Harrison fights, he was on Harrison's ass.
Absolutely. Maybe no.
And then again, it may not have been Jermell Charlo's option to fight aggressively. You know, I think people got to really give Castano a little more credit than they giving him, because really what I'm hearing is a lot of what Charlo didn't do as opposed to what Castano did.
Absolutely.
And I think the pressure and the timing of Castano really had Jermell trying to figure shit out. And the last caller, he touched on some shit that I felt also about Charlo having to think. It seemed like when he's instinctual and he just, gun-ho, letting his combinations fly, letting his hands fly, seems to have a higher success rate than as when he's the boxer. Because that performance, I hadn't really seen that performance from him. I think the last time I seen him box like that was against what's that boy named? Matarosian?
Vanis.
Yeah. Like that was the last time I seen him box in that manner, to my recollection. And I think that's the wrong game plan for Castano. I think you need to meet Castano with fire.
Yeah, absolutely. So if Charlo and Terence Crawford would have fight, because Terence came out and was pretty critical of Charlo, how you see that fight going? Who wins?
I think he had it right too.
Yeah, I mean they got past.
Right now, the dude took the words right out of my mouth. Man, I'm not overly confident that Crawford beat Charlo at this point.
Why?
If it was Crawford, because of the size.
Okay.
Because of the size, and if he does get clipped, I don't know how that fares. You know what I'm saying? I believe if he gets hurt like he got hurt in the Gamboa fight, I believe that could be the end of that. You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
And if I was to lean towards Crawford in that fight, which I probably would, it'd be more of me just rooting as opposed to me actually believing Crawford could win, because I probably wouldn't put no money on that fight.
Yeah, no, that's I mean, who thinks the bookies will make the favorite?
Charlo.
Okay. It's free money for
Charlo, because he's bigger. He bigger and he been there, and he got 3 of the belt. Like he didn't have the best performance, but people can't just automatically throw him in the trash. Like I don't understand what's wrong with boxing fans, man. He had an off night.
I don't think he had an off.
You know what I'm saying? He had an off night.
Yeah, again, you doing the same thing that folks do for been doing. Maybe it wasn't no off night. Maybe it was just that nigga in the ring with him. Period.
But I mean, it's the nigga in the ring. Even if it was the nigga in the ring, that's the reason you had an off night. Now it could have been an off night due to your game plan, due to your lack of preparation, or because Castano was on your ass. But it was an off night. Now the reason for that off night remains to be seen. Only he know that, and only he can fix that.
Can he fix it though?
I believe he can. I believe he can go back and tune up a lot of stuff that he didn't do and that he did wrong in that fight. Yeah, I definitely believe it. And I got Charlo in the second fight.
Okay.
I believe if he work off that jab and cut that ring off a little better and go forward instead of always going backward, I believe that fight looks a lot different.
I think Charlo got
a lot different, but
I think Charlo got a problem with boxers. Ben had a problem with boxers.
That's the way it appears. That's the way it appears, but
ain't nothing gonna change. Ain't nothing gonna change. Cause I think
Castano,
I think Castano's gonna, if they fight again, I'm picking Castano again.
Okay. I mean, and you got that right. Like at this point, that's kind of advantageous for you. You know what I'm saying?
I mean,
considering a lot of people.
I'm just going off the history, off the John Jackson, off both Tony Harrison fight. He's getting thoroughly outboxed.
Yeah.
Now he's facing somebody he's facing somebody who can box and also can apply pressure, who's always up on you and making you feel uncomfortable. When you don't let a fighter fight comfortable and fight at his pace, they not the same fighter. Jermell Charlo got to figure out how to do that to Brian Castano.
And see, and the reason I believe that Charlo can do better is because he was getting the proper instructions from his coach. He just wasn't following up on the instructions.
Just like being a
so I see a lot of things. Say that again.
Some players just can't execute what they hear. Some players some fighters, some football players, some quarterbacks. It's the reason why there's all-time greats and there's niggas who play second string. It's the reason why there's guys like Canelo at the pinnacle right now, and there's guys like Jorge Cota who's out here fighting as, I'm not trying to be like, but Jorge's no Canelo. You get what I'm saying? Some guys, even if they get the proper instructions, even if they have the greatest coach, they can have fucking Emmanuel Stewart in the damn corner. God rest the dead. They can't execute what they hear. Some guys just can't do it. And I'm hearing people saying Derek James was giving them everything that he needed to give them. It's the reason he definitely was. Maybe he just can't put it together in the heat of the moment.
That's possible.
In the heat of the moment.
That all of that's possible, and I think a lot will be revealed in the second fight if the second fight go down. But I feel like what I've seen from Charlo, that he's capable of making those changes. Now, what I thought was spot on was what Crawford said about him not being on the pound for pound. Now, I didn't think that was his statement was in totality to why Charlo isn't on the pound for pound, but I thought it was a big chunk of it because Saturday night was a chance for Charlo to be great, and he came up short.
Yep. Ask Josh Taylor how I feel to be, feel to be great. You can't come up short. Ask Teofimo Lopez how I feel to be great. You cannot go. Ask Usyk how it feel to you can't, when you in that position and you the favorite and you the one that everybody's saying is gonna knock this motherfucker out. You can't come in with a performance like that.
You got to capitalize on that point because that was one for the history books right there. You know what I'm saying? That really was a big letdown, and I think that should be a motivating factor for Charlo coming into the second fight, having that so close and slip right between his hands. With partially with what he didn't do, but you got to neutralize your opponent, man. You got to come with a different game plan because that back foot and them ropes, that play right into Castano's hand.
Shout out to Castano and his wife. They going on their honeymoon after the fight. It was on the Showtime All Access, so hope they enjoy their honeymoon because they postponed it when the fight got announced. So hopefully they enjoy it and they procreate.
Hey, now I heard one of your callers say that the fight scheduled for December.
No, I'm saying now that's what I had said because of just Charlo's always fight in fucking December, like they always they always fight in December.
The way Charlo was sounding afterwards, I don't have a lot of confidence that the rematch is next.
Man, motherfuckers just on here, man. Whatever they want to do, man. Whatever I say, man, I don't know, man. I mean, I love to fight them again. I don't know when, though. Nigga, what?
Yeah, but Carl have, so that didn't really give me a lot of confidence.
Then Castano came with that motherfucker like, bro, I want to fight him next, man. What you got talking about? I can't wait. I know I had a fucking translator and shit, but man, I was know what I was trying to do tonight. I got on YouTube and nigga, I got on YouTube and thought they had closed captions for fucking Spanish, nigga. I'm like, hey man, translate this shit for me, man, so I can know what he's saying, bro. Like, yeah, damn.
Hey, you crazy.
But
hey, now I do believe that Charlo was pleased with the draw.
Yeah.
Because when he lost to Harrison, he was livid. Like, he was not feeling that. He was out his body. That was not what he was looking for. And on Saturday, he seemed like he was relieved with that draw. Now, that just may be my opinion, but that's what I took away from it.
Fighters know who won. Fighters know who won. When you're in the ring with a man, you know what happened.
I seen it even afterwards. Like, he did the half-hearted, put his arms up, you know what I'm saying, just to, save face. But me personally, I don't feel like he thought he won.
Absolutely not. I'm in the same boat with you. But the nice man, anything else you want to say before I go to the next call?
No, I doubt that fight happens next. and I seriously doubt we ever see Crawford and Charlo in the ring.
Oh man, yeah, me too. I'm not.
Yeah, I don't see that playing out.
Yeah, but
I don't see that playing out. But yeah, that's definitely one for the ages right there.
Absolutely, man. 3 times undisputed.
And shit.
Unheard.
Yeah. And I'm gonna tell you another fight that I doubt we see. I doubt we see that Spence fight.
Oh man. I mean, I got hope.
I thought we would have got. I thought it would have been a little closer had they gave Pacquiao the belt.
Yeah.
And Spence beaten. But now that belt is off somewhere else, and now hearing rumblings that Keith Thurman gonna fight Ugas, so the winner of that more than likely will probably fight Spence if Spence win. And then it's like, and if Pacquiao win, then yeah, you can forget about undisputed at 147 altogether.
If Pacquiao win, them fucking belts gonna be on standby for like 2 years.
Yeah, that shit dead in the water.
Them bitches gonna be goddamn be whole for about 2 years, man. Pacquiao gonna be out.
And then I could see Danny Garcia coming back to 47 to fight to fight Pacquiao.
Man, that'll be so crazy. Danny don't even deserve that fight.
Yeah, put him in there with Maul for let Maul get back in the win column.
I'll see Pacquiao fight Ugas probably. Probably fight Ugas somewhere like overseas in like Dubai or some shit.
I don't even think he would fight Ugas, man, because I don't think they could pay him the money to fight Ugas.
Can in Dubai. Because you ain't got to pay Ugas. But
like, is Dubai gonna take that?
Man, you ain't got to pay the but nigga,
who the fuck is Ugas?
You got to pay Ugas like $1 million, man. It's about Pacquiao coming out to the Spence win. Ugas get like $1.5 million, $2 million, and then he happy with that.
I don't see that happening, Mike, but hey, anything's possible with boxing, man. Salute the show.
All right, D-Nice, man. Thanks for calling in, brother. I appreciate it.
All right, you know it.
Going out to 404. 404, talk to your boy.
Michael.
What's going on, Mark Nash?
Chopping.
I can't really hear you, man. You kind of chopping up.
How about now?
You good. What's up, brother?
Hey, look, man, I just want to cook up on a couple of these topics you serving up, man. I wrote these down. I can fly through to get the fuck open on.
Man, you choppy as hell, man. We can't hear you, Mark.
I'm going to call you on Skype. I'm going to try to call you on Skype.
Yeah, hit me on Skype. Mark Nash sound like computer love. It sound like he was doing computer love, goddamn. Yes, sir. Waiting for Mark Nash to come back, man. I know the fight is far-fetched. I know y'all. I know it's far-fetched. I know I really did it because I'm a Bud fan. You know what I'm saying? I really did. I'm just trying to figure out a way Bud can just trying to make Bud. What's going on, Mark Nash? Mark Nash. You on mute. You on mute. Unmute. Mark Nash, you gotta unmute. You gotta unmute, Mark Nash. You on mute. Mark Nash, you on mute. Going out to AJ. One time for AJ.
Hey, what's going on, Mike?
What's good, man? How training camp going?
Say that again?
How training camp going? Ain't you about to fight Usyk? You fight Usyk in about 2 years. What's going on, AJ?
Nah.
Talk to your boy.
Shit. Man, I was been on the show for a minute. I wanted to touch on something that I heard from the CYP, and there was some truth to that. And I'm gonna be real. If Castano don't change his fucking manager or he don't change his trainer, he getting his ass dusted next round.
Why do you say that though? Why? Explain to me that.
Because check this. If you pay attention to his corner, he gave him no fucking advice throughout the whole fight. The whole fight, Every time he got rocked, he telling them, "You're good. You're good. He didn't hurt you. He didn't hurt you. He getting tired. He getting tired. He can't hang with you. He can't hang with you." Now, obviously, if you understand Spanish, you'll pick it up. And in the back of my mind, it's like, okay, the only kind of advice he gave him was when he got on the ropes. He's like, get on the ropes. He goes, be active with your hands up and down, because of the fact that he knew Mel was trying to go to the body as soon as he would push him back. But that was besides that, no advice on any kind of uppercuts, any kind of combinations, any kind of traps, any kind of counters, any kind of feints, nothing. Like, I was really on the back end. And then obviously in the championship rounds, when it means the most, only thing this man was telling him was, he's like, you're there. He's tired. He's getting tired. He's not hurt. He can't hurt you. Like, you're not tired. Keep fighting. One more round. And I'm back in my mind, I'm thinking like, bro, this man is literally on this, literally raw, just fucking freestyling his whole fight, coming up with combinations on his own, setting shit up on his own. And I'm thinking to myself like, damn, like, if this man just had some kind of teaching, some kind of instrument to let him know that, hey, you know what? You can do this and you can do that, and it's all right to do it. It's all right to try to feign him in, to try to bring him in on something. But the fact that like I said, throughout the whole fight, I'm listening, because when I saw the second fight, I kind of tuned out the fight in a way, because I saw, I mean, obviously it's at this point it's too close. Ain't nobody gonna be convinced. I had it 7-5 Castano, but I'm not mad with 6-6. You get what I'm saying? Those swing rounds, they go either way. And like I said, it's
like, does his corner need to tell him anything, because the game plan that they came in with is working?
Well, yeah, because of the fact that here's the thing, when it came to a fact of by the fourth, fifth round, Castano at that point already knew that when Mel was getting on the ropes, he wasn't getting on the ropes because he was pressuring him. He was trying to bait him, which is why a lot of times when a lot of people were like, "Oh, well, how come they're not letting hands go?" Well, they're trying to study each other. Mel's he's not letting go because he's trying to see if he's gonna come in with those hooks or that overhand right, and he's trying to see if he can counter, if he can hit him. And Castano's over here trying to do his Andy Ruiz fucking shoulder, fucking switch, hit, and trying to get his hooks in. And I mean, and when they let their hands go, obviously that's when, you know what I mean, the sparks started flying and they were hurting each other. But that's why I'm saying the little teaching of, hey, you know what? Instead of just going all out, think or go get inside. Throw uppercut. You get what I'm saying? Mel, if he would have thrown a jab and an uppercut in two of those sessions, he would have disrupted Castano to the point where those hooks would have been wide. And because there was times where Mel was just getting under him, but when he was getting under him, he wasn't trying to counter. He was just trying to get under him and then make room. That's why in terms of that effective aggressiveness, there was times where Mel could have had that, but the fact that he used a little more of his movement and just try to touch him with the jab and try to step back. That's why he ended up on the ropes a lot.
So you think Mel can make the proper adjustments and get the knockout?
Because here's the thing: if you look at how the fight with Harrison went, Harrison was countering him. Because Mel was trying to get him out of there, and all Harrison doing was literally countering him with jabs. But the jab to the face was disrupting Mel to the point where everything else he was throwing wasn't having that effect on him. Harrison already had the reach advantage, so because of the fact that he could touch him at a long range, you get what I'm saying, and then Mel still had to regroup, you get what I'm saying, in turn, that's part of the reason why I feel he got the knock, because he was just countering him. Because he was trying to get him up out of there. Now in the second fight, he was a lot more humble, and he was a lot more assertive to what Derrick James was telling him in terms of, hey, set this up, don't lean this way because he's trying to get you to lean this way so he can set this up. And he was a lot more disciplined on that. That's why I'm saying this right here is gonna humble him a little bit to where he's gonna be like, all right, you know what, James, I see what you was talking about here, or I was like, I get what you were talking about on this one, or you know what, damn, you know what, you were right, I seen that. Bam, on to the next. Bam, let's get it.
So let me ask you this.
That's how I see that one anyway.
Let me ask you this: if Crawford and Charlo fight, who you think wins?
Oh, toss up for me, man. I mean, styles make fights. Here's the thing: Crawford don't fight on Castano, so it's not. So anybody looking at this saying, "Oh, Crawford this, he gonna do it," get that out your head, man. Styles makes fights for a reason. Charlo, let's look at when Charlo fought Benavidez, right? Benavidez standing what? He was about a good 6 feet, 5'11", somewhere around there.
Like 6'1", probably shit. About 6 foot.
So him and Charlo around the same height, right? So in that fight, it took Crawford about maybe 5 to 6 rounds before he was able to get that distance to where he was comfortable with the in and outs and the body jabs, and then obviously getting in the inside and then taking them out. But when you're fighting, when obviously Benavidez and somebody like Jermell, two different people, you get what I'm saying, two different styles. Yeah. But that's what I'm saying in terms of. Anybody looking at this saying, oh well, it's because of what Castano did to him. Oh, Crawford's going to do the same thing. That's out of the question, homie. Like you can get that out your mind right now with that. This, like I said, styles make fights, and there's two different styles. It'll end up in way different scenarios on this one.
Well, AJ, anything else you want to say before I guess my guy Mark Nash?
Oh no, Flav. Hey, keep doing your thing. Y'all hit the y'all hit the thumbs up. I'll be easy.
All right, AJ, man. Be easy, brother.
All right.
Later. Mark Nash, what's going on, man?
What's poppin', my G? How my audio sound now?
You sound pretty good now.
Yeah, I'm on the laptop instead of in the studio, but it's for a good reason. See, I got my Bud Crawford hat on, but I got on my mic on sports merch, baby.
Yeah, I see it.
Mic on sports gear.
About the night, man.
You're doing it wrong, baby. You're doing it wrong. If you've been watching the show as long as I've been watching it, you need to have at least one shirt. Don't let me get my second, third, fourth, and get my hoodie before you get your first shirt. Support this brother Mike on sports, and the shirts feel nice, man. Shit, it got me looking buff in here. You know what I'm saying? Yo, good quality. I love it. I love the shirt. Thank you again for having me on your channel and your platform and your panel. Let's get to cooking this fable though.
Talk to me.
I wrote some notes down here because I ain't want to be up here babbling and fumbling. I want to get right to it. Let's start at the beginning. Castano, I can see how you got him winning. If you got him winning, that's cool. I can see if you got it a draw. I can respect it. But Charlo didn't win this fight, man. If you think Charlo won this fight, that means you think Mayweather lost a lot of fights where guys were just doing certain things that not effective aggressiveness. He was popping that jab, but that jab was hitting gloves, elbows, forearms all night. He did not have ring generalship. He let the guy push him to the ropes, or maybe he couldn't stop the guy from doing it. When he had the guy hurt, he didn't cut him off. He was in the kill zone, not firing shots. Lacked an inside game, like a la Andre Ward versus Chad Dawson.
No body shots. Like to see, like looking at Castano, he's not a guy who got an 8-pack or nigga ripped up around and to see Charlo not go there and do no body shots, I was just kind of wondering like what's really going on.
Exactly. It was times where Charlo was a little head hunting. I remember watching that Chad Dawson fight. I'm working on this little clip, and I saw Andre Ward. Even against Kovalev, Andre Ward is a sneaky inside fighter. He's not letting you rest in there. He'll lock you with his arm, one arm free, throwing uppercuts, little sneaky shots to the body. If you in the kill zone, he gonna catch you with a jab or something. He drop guys with quick lefts and jabs, or he'll just fire it. I thought Charlo lacked the backup, fighting off the back foot. It leaves more to be desired. Also, I gave Charlo, we had a little fight party. I gave Charlo round 1, round 2, 10, 11, and 12.
Then you gave him two? Right.
Gave him first two. Gave him first two, 10, 11, 12. Now maybe this could be groupthink because we are having a fight party, so people are talking. And so it could be groupthink. But by the end of it, I'm listening to everybody talking. They was like, yo, Castano won. And I said, I was telling round 8 or 9, I said, Charlo could get a draw right now. He could, if he wins 10, 11, and 12, this man could get a draw. Because even though I have him losing on my scorecards, I would be hard-pressed to find a judge giving Castano rounds 3 through 9. I think it was some swing rounds in there you could give to the champion. It's possible. Maybe he won by one round.
That's what folks get misconstrued at. Like, both of them champions. Both of them came in the ring with belts, so it ain't like this champion or a contender beating no. Both
and
these
Castano was undefeated too.
Yeah, so these dudes should be on the same level when we think about it in those terms. Both guys came in with belts.
Respectfully, and you're 1,000% right. Also, what I found troubling was Charlo immediately afterwards. He didn't pull if the fans want to see it again, we can do it again. Oh no, I need my undisputed. I want to run this back ASAP. This some bullshit. No outrage. He seemed relieved. He was saying things like, hey, this guy's gonna be a problem for these other guys. Man, he a problem for you. Right now, tonight, he was a problem for you. A lot of times when you watch these fights too, Mike, when they put the camera on your family and on your wife, you can tell who winning by how your family looking.
Absolutely.
Okay? If your wife's sitting there like this praying and your son crying, holding his head like Miguel Cotto, you probably losing the fight, bro. All right? So let's be clear. I got a question for you. I'll save that at the end. Also, the thing that bothered me for your question about Bud beating Charlo, Bud can beat that Charlo that we saw. We've seen Charlo get outboxed by Jackson till he knocked him out. We've seen him get outboxed by Harrison. I think Harrison was doing well with boxing him before he was getting dropped and knocked out in the second fight. Also, Charlo in the post fight said something else that I thought was troubling. He said, if you don't got me on the pound for pound list now, fuck y'all. Excuse my French, but I'm in France. He said, bro, this man wants credit for a draw at Undisputed when Josh Taylor just went out there and did it. Got the job done. So I was a little disappointed that he's out there wanting credit and he wants to be on the pound for pound list just for making it here, even though he didn't get it done. Bro, if you weren't on the list before you did this, you're not going to be on the list now just by getting a draw. All right. Also, the thing that bothered me with EJ, okay, everybody's saying he's not mentioning the guy's name. He didn't say Bud's name. I'm okay with that. I'm not about to get nobody who's my adversary any free promotion. I'm cool with it. But what I didn't like was when they asked EJ about the fight. I got to put this video together because y'all already know what I'm talking about. When they met up and they had on the red and black hoodies looking like Ken and Ryu, right? Okay? Boxing version Ken and Ryu. You know what EJ said? He said, oh, you got to call Bob Arum. I'm my own boss. EJ Promotion. Yeah, this EJ. What's up, man? Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You your own boss. Charlo said the same thing. It's funny these guys are their own boss. They pull the shots until it's a tough fight and the fans are telling them what to do and telling them, hey, man, well, not what to do, but telling them what they want. The fans are telling them what they want. Now it's call Bob. Now it's call Al. Call this person. His people call my people. But you always out here promoting being your own boss. You your own promoter. Now we got to call Al because it's a clip of you saying you ain't got to call nobody. Now we got to call people. And now you saying, oh, man, I've been at this weight too long. That's what Bud told him back then. He said, watch when I stop him, they're going to say he was at this weight too long. He should have moved up to 154. Bud saw this coming. I saw it coming a long time ago. For the people in the chat who say things like Bud Crawford, too light in the ass, he got wobbled by this guys. Let's be clear.
The man has never been officially dropped and counted. Charlo has been dropped and counted. Period. No matter how. Charlo got losses. Charlo and Errol are going in there with guys where we think the general public and the consensus is you should drop this guy or get him out of here. Bud Crawford, if you don't belong in the ring with him, you're not gonna see round 12, which in turn means Mike, he's not taking as much damage as these guys going 12 rounds. Man, that's a lot of work, man. Not to mention EJ. I'm not gonna call the man E&J no more. I coined that phrase a long time ago, but I'm gonna stop it. And if he can stop Manny Pacquiao, I'll take down that video of him trying to tongue kiss Yellow Beezy. I promise, I'll take it down. I'll get rid of it. My man, at the end of the day, that car accident, and I'm glad the brother survived it. I don't wish that on nobody. God knows I don't. But Mike, we all know that car accident took a couple fights out of him.
I don't know that for a fact.
You can tell by the face. Mike, he ain't lost no teeth. Mike, he ain't lost no teeth by getting punched in the face. He had to get his face fixed from the car accident. That's definitely some damage.
Nigga fight with fake teeth all the time. You see Ivan Redcat, big ass teeth?
He ain't never lost no teeth from that fight, Mike.
I'm saying he got veneers in. Tank got veneers in. A lot of people got veneers in.
Okay.
I don't know like them posts they got put in how big them post is, but I don't think he took no fights off his career because he looked like he back training. He backed it up.
All I'm trying to tell you is that when I saw the mug shot when they arrested him, this was a while after the accident. His face was still fucked up.
My face was fucked up. Trust me, nigga. My face was fucked.
But Mike, so you get what I'm saying? But Mike,
like nigga, my shit was.
Let's roll with that.
You can't tell that I had any scars. And I had scrapes and cuts and all nigga. But now you can't look. My shit. Like nigga, like you bounce back. Depend like especially when you're black. You know what I'm saying? You got a little bit more extra in you. You feel? But yeah, man, all I'm saying is, Mike, all I'm saying is I've never seen his face look like that after a fight. I've seen his face look like that after that damage. So my opinion, this is just mine. We don't have to agree. We can agree to disagree. I'm not here to change your opinion. I just want to get my bars off. That man, in my opinion, that car accident was at least 2 fights off his career. Okay. In my opinion, just by how his face looked. And I don't like this not keeping the same energy. What else did I have up here? I had a couple more notes. Well, I think that was it. At the end of the day, man, I think Bud Crawford, that Jermell Charlo we saw, he can pull up and beat him. What about the world? But imagine what we seen against Tony Harrison. Can he beat that Charlo in the second fight?
The second one we saw?
Yeah.
Yeah, because Jermell Charlo still telegraphs a lot of his shots. Jermell Charlo has like 2 gears for me. He got a first gear and a 5th gear. First gear, 5th gear. I don't see the middle stuff. I don't see the changing it up. The switch up the speed. It's the 1-2 jab. You had a good caller said nobody coming in there with 1s and 2s is gonna beat Bud Crawford. And we all got to remember Bud is a switch hitter, knockout guys with both hands. What's the most common injury in boxing other than an eye injury? It's a hand injury, Mike. That means he's gonna be able to switch up somewhere else. Where Charlo was like, yeah, I had a shoulder, and I don't know what reporter gave him that way out in the press conference talking about. I think you had a shoulder injury. Is that true? I'm glad you brought that up. Man, yeah, my shoulder was hurt. I forgot.
A bone protrusion. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about?
I'm just saying, I never saw him throwing that shit like nothing was wrong. I never saw the corner icing it. Every time I saw him throwing with conviction. So I can't let him have a way out talking about I had a shoulder injury. When we see guys in there injured, a la Wilder versus Areola, you can see Wilder stopped throwing that right hand for a long time. You get what I'm saying? When he fought Chris Areola. Yeah, man, I just don't see it, man. I don't see it. Shout out to Derrick James. Derrick James did not lie to him. He told him everything he needed to hear. He told him everything he should be doing. But unfortunately, he just couldn't pull the trigger, man. And I wish these fighters nothing but the best, nothing but success and health and prosperity for them and their family. But that fight right there, and this is the other thing I want to say to people saying these Charlos are such big stars. They big stars. That shit was undisputed. One on pay-per-view. Undisputed was not on pay-per-view. A lot of people wasn't talking about this fight because they thought Charlo was gonna watch him. But yeah, we're gonna get Jake Paul on pay-per-view versus Tyron Woodley. Who's the star? It's some stars out here, bro. These fighters need to make their stuff more accessible. I don't see the Charlo brothers doing Breakfast Club, Sway in the morning like Errol and Bud and other fighters. They don't. The personality is very unapproachable.
They done Sway before.
Okay, well, I just don't see. I might have missed that one. They just seem unapproachable, far as fans, content creators, and things of that nature. Somebody told me the story. They tried to take a picture with him, and they was trying to hold up their merch. He was like, "Nah, take that down. Why would I take a picture with you on your merch? I got my own clothing company." You know what I'm saying, bro? It's not gonna hurt you to take this picture with this dude. He ain't asking you to be a sponsor or an endorser. You ain't gonna take the picture with him if he holding up his merch. Come on, bro. So that's all I'm saying, man. Yeah, they always seem a little angry. I wish them guys nothing but the best, but I don't see Jermell beating Benavidez, and I don't see Jermell, because everybody talking about Jermell gonna be better in the next fight. What y'all think this did for Castano's ego and his pride? You don't think he gonna come in there even better? He gonna be like, damn, I let him off the hook there. I let him off the hook there. Just like Charlo gonna say, I let him off the hook there. Charlo did not cut that round ring off like he should when he had that guy Bambi legs. Old boy was doing the butterfly. You couldn't get him out of there. But Crawford would have got him out of there. Period. The dude has never been dropped officially, but y'all keep saying he chinny. How am I chinny and I knock out the guy who punched me? It's boxing. When you going in there in the wheelhouse trying to get the guy out of there, you're going to get hit with some shots, bro. You're going to get hit with some shots if you're trying to hit the guy and get him out of there. It's just part of the game. It's part of the shit. Look, man, it is what it is, man. I CYP, why I got to be a hater? Because I'm wearing the hat? I'm not a hater. I'm just calling it how I see it. Like Mike said, hey, look, you either won or you lost, or you got to draw. Now, there's no reason. Yo, I don't like the people saying, hey, look, people out there saying Castano won because they hate Charlo. No, man, that's not what's happening. People aren't laughing because they saying that. People are laughing because he seems happy with the draw. You're supposed to be this killer, lion killer. People are calling him Simba and things like that now. You know what I'm saying? So I wish them dudes nothing but the best. I do believe we can see a better Jermell, and I know for a fact we're going to see a better Castano. My thing is, does Jermell want that fight? Because he don't seem excited about it. He don't seem like he's ready to go in there and get it. And with that said, that's my time, man. Thank you again for the opportunity to be over here. Y'all support this brother, man. Please support this brother. Go to Mike on Sports. The link should be in the description. Get you a little shirt or something. Shirt don't cost that much. You spend more on this on that weed, boy. You know what I'm saying? Go support that brother, man. And keep this channel independent and share it. If you have over 1,000 subscribers over there, you should share. You should be sharing this, man. Thank you again for the opportunity, Mike. Wish you nothing but the best. You already know we're going to go live at 10 o'clock tonight, man. If you got time, pull up for a little bit. Salute.
Shout out to my guy, Mark Nash, man. Yeah, dog. I'm getting so tired, nigga. What, 2 hours in, 2.5? Yeah, I'm going to get on down. Salute. Smash that thumbs up button. Thank y'all for supporting the show. Like and subscribe. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Super chat it if you enjoy the content. If not, man, I'm out to this bitch, man. Anybody else got anything to say? I was going to do CYP. CYP want 2 calls. You lucky you my nigga. Talk to me.
I like dude. When I heard him, I said, I hear it in his voice. I hear these dudes every day. I debate dudes every day. Now I be waiting to just see. I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna give y'all some tips. Don't ever mention nothing personal about a dude if you're trying to prove it that you're objective. Don't ever do it. Don't mention nothing personal because they gonna use it against you. And I'm telling you, I don't care if he asked for an autograph and was a rude or not. That ain't got nothing to do with how you score in fights. score the fight. I told you, when you don't like somebody, you give the swing rounds to the other dude. That's what you do. You hope and pray there are close rounds that you can give to the other dude. When Floyd was fighting, they was hoping that there was close rounds they could give to somebody. Just hoping. Why you hoping? Because you don't like him. You know he ain't going to lose, but enough close rounds, you can argue robbery, or look at that scorecard, or you looking for something. And I'm telling you, if you love, y'all some weird fans to me. Talking about you love Charlo, but you make you write paragraphs about how he lost when you're talking about it 7-5. Why would you write paragraphs and go off about a dude losing a fight when you scored it 7-5? That's one round from a draw. So you can't see a draw from 7-5? You can't fathom a draw from 7-5? It's 3 judges. One of them got to think, okay, that round goes to him. You got to draw. It's not worth arguing about. I can't. You don't like Charlo. Charlos are not liked, and that's okay with me. I understand why people don't like them. A lot of people don't like confident, arrogant, angry black dudes, yo. And especially when, excuse my language, when they got bad bitches, niggas really be getting mad. Like, I don't understand it. They don't like brothers like that. Might not want to admit this. But as college athletes, yo, when you a star, dudes want to hang out with you. But the same dudes that want to hang out with you, low-key don't like you. Low-key they don't. They be in the club over there eating that banana and shit. Hating, because you got all the goddamn bras. I'm telling you, man, dudes don't like successful dudes that just seem to just and brag about it. I'm not trying to get y'all to like Charlo. But if you expose that you got some kind of personal beef with them because you don't like the way he talked, I don't like what he said about David Benavidez. I'm like, dude, Bud Crawford right now is talking about Charlo in a whole nother division. And y'all ain't got the same energy for Bud calling out and talking shit about a dude not in his division as you did for Charlo talking about a dude who wasn't in his division. Because you don't like Charlo. If you don't like dudes calling out dudes, they ain't gonna fight, then you should be on Bud's head right now. Bud, shut your ass up. You ain't about to fight. You ain't about to move up. You ain't about to fight him. Keep his name out your mouth. Just like you did with Charlo and Benavidez. Nah, you're not doing that because y'all respect Bud. Y'all like Bud, and I like him too. I'm personally not asking you. I'm not asking you to hate on Bud because I like Bud, but I'm just using it as an example. Some of y'all, and it's a very few of y'all. I'm gonna say Mike is not because Mike actually was man enough to pick Castano, pick him, man enough to pick the dude. Now that's what you do. You put your money where your mouth is. Pick the dude, and then after the fight. Don't be waiting and hoping that he wins low key. And then talking about, see, I told you he won. I told you Charlo was this. Charlo can't backpedal. Charlo can't this. Because all of y'all, this was just a week ago, because we talk boxing every day. Mike know that. Everybody was talking about how Mel should be pound for pound, how they like him over Maul, how he fights anybody everywhere. Look at his resume, all the stuff he can do. Today, I'm not hearing that same thing. You know why? Because I've been waiting for him to have one of them close fights. Because in 2021, a close fight for certain black dudes is a loss in social media. If you have a close fight today, and you're a black dude that people don't like, it's a loss to you. If you have a close fight, you win every single fight. There are people out there that think Pacquiao should be undefeated except for the times he got knocked out. Every single close fight Pacquiao had, his fans talk about he won them all. He won them all. I'm like, man, he didn't win all them fights. But that's what they say. When you love somebody, dog, you look for reasons to praise them. When you hate somebody, you look for anything to go against them. Now, I'm not saying y'all hate him like in a real way, like, oh, I wish he died. But y'all have a dislike for that man Charlo. And I'm telling you, that's what y'all got. I didn't think he lost to Harrison. I did not. But I accepted it. I said, man, you know what, man? It is what it is, man. You got to take that L like a man, move on. Now, he gets a draw. His brother gets a draw. And now I'm supposed to accept that he lost because y'all say so? If I had to accept that Charlo lost his belt to Harrison, I had to accept it as a Charlo fan who goes to the actual fight. Had to accept it like a man. Y'all got to accept the draw. Have more fun. Have all the fun y'all need to have. But accept it like men, because I did the same thing I'm asking y'all to do. Accept it. Now, last point. I heard him say that, oh, you can tell by if a man lost by where his family looked. They showed Charlo's wife early in the fight. Early in the fight. They did not show them anymore. They kept showing Castano's wife. So quit trying to make it seem like you know what Maul and the family was looking like when Charlo was supposedly losing, because they didn't even show him. Stop lying to prove a point. 7-5, anybody can win. We over here arguing about the shit like the score was 8-4, like somebody had 9-3 for Castano. Which one of y'all in the chat had a 9-3 for Castano?
Which one of y'all in the chat had an 8-4 for Castano? Which one? Somebody tell me you had an 8-4 so we can argue a real rivalry. Come on, man. Anyway, that was my rant for the day. Any questions, let me know.
I see why people ain't got nothing to say, bro. Anything else you want to say, B-Dog?
Say that again?
I ain't got nothing else to say, bro. Anything else you want to say, Big Dog?
No. Shout out to everybody in the chat who stayed up for this long-ass conversation we having. And look, honestly, the fact that y'all disagree on shit makes everything better because if we in a barbershop, everybody ain't supposed to get along. But I am gonna say this.
You
know that.
Believe it if you're in a barbershop, nigga, everybody got a different opinion.
We all got a different opinion. But I'm gonna be the dude in there who gonna remember what you said about that dude in that fight that you ain't saying about this one and this one. I'm gonna be that dude that brings it up. So y'all gonna hate me or y'all gonna love me. But I remember how y'all was on Charlo head about Benavidez. Remember that? Because I don't think Bud, most of us don't think Bud's actually gonna fight Charlo. We don't actually think that. So if you got energy for Benavidez versus Charlo, then have some energy for this too. That's all I'm asking. I know what's up. 7-5 ain't worth arguing about, but it's a good topic. CYP out.
I'll be down. Shout out my guy CYP. Bud going back and forth with these guys on Twitter. Then done it. All right, man. We almost 2 hours in. Y'all see what Bud's saying. Y'all hear what Bud's saying. Y'all see what's going on out here in these streets. Yeah, man. Y'all know what it is, man. I'm out this thing, though, man. We going almost 3 hours, nigga. I didn't expect Bud and goddamn Charlo to be a 3-hour show. That's one thing that I did not expect to be a 3-hour show. But look, I'm out this thing. Jalen, you know I watch Power, Big Dog. You man, come on, Jalen. You know, anytime you see me playing Madden or on a Sunday or Saturday, you know I watch that Power, boy. You know I watch the new Power, man. They got those. Hey, Raising Canaan. I like it. I like it. And I like it. So they got the Power Book 3, then they got the Power Book 2 back to back. So 50 Cent doing his thing with that power shit, man. I like how he just telling hood tales, man. I love the inner, like, to me, those be the best shows when you in the inner city, man. When you in the jets. That's why The Wire was so good. That's why Power was so good. That's why goddamn me Snowfall is so good. You know what I'm saying? When you go in and you navigate them streets and you tell the black inner city struggle, how niggas gotta make decisions on the fly. And trust me, a lot of this shit they show niggas, a lot of this shit happen in real life. You know what I'm saying? So I love it, man. I love it. So glad to see more BMF for you, boy. Talk to him, man. You talking about a nigga who motherfucking big man coming up, man. When you heard about Big Meech coming up, nigga, y'all, you know who Big Meech was. You know who Big Meech was. Even if you weren't from nowhere near, but as a youth, you know, man, Big Meech ain't get caught with no dope. But was the biggest dope dealer in the world. He ain't get caught with nothing. All thing was, man, his goddamn his partner or his goddamn what was his partner? It was like his accountant or some shit. Brandon Maurice, what's good, my nigga?
What's good, Mike?
Man, you know I'm out here eating candy and shit, man, trying to keep it going.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you a little bit there, like kind of faint.
Hold on real quick.
Yeah, that shit low as hell.
Can you hear me now?
Oh shit, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with my mic, man. I gotta see if I can fuck with it. But yeah, nigga, you ain't about to get off that early, bro. I ain't like the nigga thought he was finna leave, get lunch or something. Nah, nigga, you stand on. Nothing. Nah, but yeah, that Raising Canaan, that shit was like a little mini movie last night. That shit was pretty good, man. But they said doing big things over there at Stars. Then you got the Tommy show starting like, I think they said January, February, so it's gonna be like back to back. So yeah, man. Shout out to 50 doing his thing with the, like you said, with the hood shows and shit, give me them paid in full vibes. Them 80s. Yeah, you know, these niggas, they don't know nothing about that. They scamming and doing computer fraud and shit. They ain't hustling like they was in the 80s. But yeah, man, it's one of them rare moments, and I despise every time I do it, but I got to keep it 100. One of them rare moments I got to agree with CYP on pretty much everything he said. I said it last night on TVV. Like, if you score the fight 7-5 and it's a draw, you can't scream robbery. Robbery is one of them words niggas in boxing just like to use. Because I said it yesterday, like, boxing fans are some grumpy-ass old men. They like to find shit to complain about. They like drama. And that's one of them words I get tired of hearing. If it ain't robbery, it's hater. The word simp, niggas using simp too fucking much nowadays. So I don't think it was a robbery at all. I think what pissed people off more than the draw is that 117, 111 scorecard saying Castano only
that's why I ain't really with that people for like saying robbery, because I understand where the robbery talk come from. When you scored as a judge and the only card Charlo got was 117, 111, you can't sit here and tell no fan who watched the fight last night that Charlo won 9 rounds. Charlo didn't win 9 rounds against Castano, so that tells me either the judge don't know what he's seeing or somebody paid him, man. It's just simple as that, bro. Like, like we ain't gotta know something. Like, we ain't gotta get into it, but the nigga don't know what he's seeing or somebody paid him to goddamn me come up with that scorecard.
Exactly, yeah. That was that. So that kind of takes away from the draw. But me personally, like I said, I had a 7-5 Castano, and I gave the first round to Castano. Them first rounds be tough to score. I almost want to score most first rounds 10-10 because no need the guy really be doing.
Them niggas be filling each other out. Like, how can you say this guy won that round and that guy won that round when the round is just uber close?
Yeah, and one thing I said also is like, one of the reasons why Castano getting so much praise is because he was the underdog and he performed better than most people thought he was. See, I knew he was going to be tough coming in because I've been following niggas for a few years. Ever since I heard he supposedly beat Errol in the amateurs. They say he dropped Errol too, so I've been watching the nigga for like 3-4 years, you know, since he fought Michael Soro in France. So I knew the nigga's style was going to be tough, but everybody, you know, don't probably watch him as much boxing as me, so they didn't know about him. So I knew the fight was going to be tough, and the fact that he overperformed, he went past expectations, people giving him more praise. And like
I called it
the Sean Porter effect, yeah. The good guy.
The Sean Porter effect. Everybody did Sean Porter did good, so Sean Porter got to be great, man. No, man, y'all niggas just don't watch boxing to know that these niggas ain't gonna be no pushover.
Exactly, and also like when Charlo and them take that role as the villain, the heel, the niggas that's always angry and shit. Whenever they look flawed or don't perform damn near perfect, people gonna nitpick and talk shit about them just because of their personalities. So that come with the territory of being like that, just like Rolly. Rolly, we fuck clown Rolly because he try to play that villain role. So when he look like shit, we clown Rolly. Even though he knock motherfuckers out, we still clown Rolly. So that just come with that territory of being the bad guy. It come with the territory. You gotta be damn near great every fight when you play that role. So, but me personally, I think Jermell will win the rematch just for the simple fact. I don't think Castano can really.
You ain't got to be great. Right? You just got to win. If you win, those same people gonna talk about you. Oh, he may look like this, but he still won, and you guys are still making his name bigger. So, nigga, I don't care how you look. Like, Rolly can do the elbow shit. I talked about him, and I don't like Rolly, but damn it, he won. And goddamn it, I'm still talking about it because I have to. And he's making a name for himself. Calling Devin Haney the Amir Khan of 135, disrespected Amir Khan. Like this kid is he gonna talk his way into a big fight sooner or later.
Yeah, he gonna get dusted, but he gonna talk his way into one. But as far as Charlo, I think he gonna win the rematch. Just a couple, because he already won half the battle. If you know how Castano fight, Castano, the pressure he put on Jermell wasn't nowhere near the pressure he usually put on fighters. He toned it back because he was worried about shit coming back. So he wasn't as nearly as aggressive. So he slowed his output down a lot for Jermell. So if Jermell can kind of set up all Jermell got to do is set up traps, double up the jab, throw an occasional counter uppercut. He could probably stop Castano in the rematch. Because I don't think Castano, like you said, he kind of fight like Sean Porter. He a pressure fighter, but ain't really got no power. And he going to be there to be hit. It's just like I said, as long as Jermell set up certain traps, bait him in. I seen what he was doing going to the ropes. He was trying to bait him in to set up some counters, but he just wasn't pulling the trigger on the shit. So if he pulled the trigger on it like Jeff James was telling him, he'll probably stop Castano. And to be honest, I got him winning next the rematch. But as far as him being on the pound for pound, I never had him on my pound for pound list. Because I just think when it comes to pound for pound, you saying looking at somebody's skill set, they in the top 10 of all the boxing. He a top 10 fighter in all the boxing. His skill set is like the versatility and all that shit. And I just don't think he quite in my top 10. He could be like top 15-ish, but yeah, my top 10, nah, he ain't cracked the top 10 yet. I don't think he's that versatile as a fighter or got that kind of skill set to be in my top 10, but that's just my opinion. Overall, yeah.
He's not really that diverse with his skill set.
Yeah, exactly. He ain't cracked mine and shit. Really, man, even in the top 10, there's only 3 or 4 guys I really see as generational talent in my top 10. So he on that French borderline of it, like outside of like Canelo, Bud, EJ, and Inoue, and maybe starting to be Tank. The rest of them guys are just pretty good fighters, in my opinion. Those are the guys in my top 10, I think, are like generational talent. So he got a chance to, if he, add some stuff to the tool set to get in there, but he ain't there quite yet. Other than that, man, I just wanted to give my opinion and, get my take on the fight. I thought it was a close fight, so I don't understand why people screaming robbery. But like I said, boxing is like, grumpy old niggas version of Love and Hip Hop. This our drama show. This the View for us and shit. So, niggas gonna have something to complain about. If they ain't complaining, they ain't got shit to talk about. So that's my call, man. I'll holler at you, Mike.
All right, Brandon, man. Bitch, stay up, bro. Be easy. I might be coming to fucking Cincinnati, man, this weekend, man. Taking my damn daughter to the zoo. So, shit, I don't know, man. I don't know what me and my daughter did. We're going out to my guy, Big Doss. Big Doss, give me real quick that we got a super chat coming in from Scatter Rats. He ain't say nothing, just showing some love. Super chat coming in from Miss on Sports. She said, yes, he does need to eat lunch. I'm so hungry as hell, baby. And we got one coming in from Scatter Rats back to back. He says, personally, I think Charlo got that clutch game. Dude grabbed victory in a draw from the jaws of defeat. 2 fights in a row. What's going on, Big Dose 513? Talk to your boy.
What's up, family? How you doing, man?
You already know, man. Hopefully everything going good with you, Big Dog.
I seen my peoples on here live, man. I had to hop on, man, say what's up to you, man.
I appreciate it,
Keep the grind up. Keep the grind up, family, man.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Hey, but on Charlo, though, I got a different take, man. Because, for real, I went back, turned the sound off, and scored the fight again. I had Charlo winning that fight, bro. round 1 was really like a toss-up. It was a filler round. So, give that to the champion then. Since it was a toss-up, give it to the champion. It got to go to somebody.
Both of them are champion. You can't just
Yeah, you right.
Both of them are champion.
You right.
Both of them coming in.
You right about that.
Both of them coming in with
You right about that, Mike.
So
I gave it.
Go ahead.
I gave it to Charlo though. I gave him round 1, 2, 5, 8, 10. I had 11 as a tie, and I gave Charlo 12. That's 6 rounds to 5, bro. If anything, Charlo won that fight, bro. You know what I'm saying? And Castano won 5 rounds, bro. You know what I'm saying? But I could see a draw. I'll take a draw and run it back. You know what I'm saying? Let's make sure. They both retain their titles. Now let's run it back and see it again, bro. And as far as Bud talking shit, talking about he don't deserve to be on pound for pound, Bud, you ain't fought nobody on the level of Lubin. You ain't fought nobody on the level of a lot of these guys that Charlo done fought, man. Charlo been fighting tough fight after tough fight after tough fight. Nobody want to give him credit for fighting all these tough fighters back to back, man. Him and Castano deserve credit because they ain't have to fight each other. You know what I'm saying? Charlo wanted to be undisputed, man. He came and and I will say this, you know, I will critique him. You know, he disappointed me because he wasn't aggressive enough. You know what I'm saying? Castano was aggressive, but Castano was getting rocked too. He got rocked in the 2nd and the 10th. Charlo got rocked in the 3rd. You know what I'm saying? So they both was rocking each other. They both was hitting each other with bombs. It was a good fight, bro. I'll take the draw. Now let's see it again. Now let's see who really gonna impose their will. But let me get back to Bud though. Bud wanna talk shit. Talk about you know, who he don't deserve to be pound for pound. He always want to interject himself into, you know, PBC business. But yet you ain't fighting nobody from the PBC. You got what's his name? Big Chief want to fight him. Porter want to fight him. Thurman want to fight him. But yeah, I'm hearing he gonna fight Zepeda. Who the hell want to see you fight Zepeda, bro? Nobody. I don't. You know what I'm saying? That's what Bud be doing, man. Get over there and fight them boys. I bet you if you go over there and you say, hey, I want to fight Porter, then I want to fight Thurman, then I want to fight Spence, or I want to fight Spence and then fight them. You think they going to say no? Hell no, they ain't going to say no, bro. Get your ass over there and fight some real fighters, man. Stop talking shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's how I feel about that, man. You know, I feel like Charlo and Castano both deserve respect. I feel like I'll take the draw, now run it back. Let's see it again, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Who you think has the
and that's how I feel about that.
Who you think has the upper hand? Who you think has the upper hand going into the rematch?
I think Charlo. If this is what I say. I think Charlo, if he listens to his coach, because he wasn't listening to Derrick James' instructions, he wasn't doing nothing Derrick James said, and if Charlo go to the body early. I was waiting for Charlo to go to the body, and the first time he went to the body was round 10. And what happened when he went to the body? He hurt Castano. He didn't daze him to the head. It was that body shot, bro. It was that body shot that had Castano on that bite, man. If he go to the body early, man, he gets Castano out of there early. Early, man.
Right.
That's how I feel. But if he don't go to the body, if he do that stuff that he did in his last fight, then I'll give Castano the edge.
Well, big dogs, man. Anything else you want to say before I get on to the next call?
Nah, man, just much respect to you, bro, man. You always got my support, bro. You always got my thumbs up. I'll be watching your, your replays and stuff, man, thumbing you up and sharing you, man, you know, because I want to see you grow, bro. You know what I'm saying? You're a real dude, man. I mess with you. Hey, man, if you come to Cincinnati, man, holler at your boy, man.
All right, man.
When you coming?
I might come this weekend, man. I'm taking the kids to the zoo, man. Me and my girl, we plan on having a little family trip to the zoo, man. If we come, we got to see how much it is in like totality, and will it be just cheaper just to go to the zoo here? You know what I'm saying? Because of gas and having to buy food and shit on the road. So maybe we may decide to go to the zoo here, or may decide to like do something else, man. It's a little big ass like mini amusement park for like kids over on the east side of Indy, man. It's like a big ass building where they just got like stupid shit in there for kids. So we might do that. So I don't know, man. I gotta talk to her here in about an hour and see what she want to do.
I'm gonna get up with you on Instagram, man. Hit you, give you my number, man.
I already been.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, hit me up if you come through, man. You know what I'm saying? We'll smoke one, you know, so, you know, just kicking for a minute. You know, I ain't trying to impede on family time because I know that's important, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. But it's
So,
all good, man.
yeah.
If I come, man, just shoot me your number, nigga. I definitely hit you up, man. Yeah, we'll definitely blow one.
All right, for sure, man. Y'all, hey, stay up, man. Stay strong. Keep grinding.
Thank you, big dog. I appreciate it.
Yep.
Shout out to my guy, Big Dogs, man. Always good talking to the brothers, man. Thank y'all for watching my show, bro. Like, I really do appreciate it. Y'all niggas don't know. Y'all understand, like, shit. It means a lot to have a community of people support your show, watch your show, thumbs up your show, tell people about your show, and just, man, keep on getting bigger every day. But like I told y'all, I'm not the guy that's going to go out here and purchase subscribers and purchase that fake shit. I'm going to keep grinding, building brick by brick, subscriber by subscriber, real one by real one, you know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, we're gonna get to where we need to get to. We're going to get to where we need to get to. All right, y'all. I'm out this bitch. Yes, sir. Oh! Drop that beat on. Yeah! Sir.
Sometimes you gotta give people their flowers. While they can still smell them. Mark Nash. Michael Gross, the boss. My nigga. My brother. Let's get this shit done, Mike. We all love sports, right? Mike Ross, the boss, this is Mike on sports. He smoke competition, same time smoke a port. When it comes to debating, he's one of the greatest. Put him on the A-list, over Kellerman and Bayless. If you missed the show, couldn't make it, just log on and click the playlist. That boy always works.